right, E&J Podcast. We are back another week, another episode. You know how we do. We are back. Big J's in the building. What's going on, Big J?
What up, man? What's going down?
Not much, man. Feeling better today. The weather's been better. We gotta talk about the weather every show because it's been crazy lately. But today was a beautiful day, man. I love it. In the building today, we got Mike, the one and only Mike Nash, Real ID. That's how you say your name, the whole like Mike Nash Real ID. That's how it goes?
It's Mike Nash Real I. They had me drop the D.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of funny, but
yeah, pause on there. But,
yeah. Super pause.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? Long time no see, man. How are you?
Man, it's real good to see you, man. I'm good, man. Maintaining, man. You know, can't complain too much. Still doing me. Still doing the music.
All right, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. If you guys haven't heard it, Mike Nash Real I. His music is on Spotify. It's on. What other platforms you got it on? I'm pretty sure you got it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. Apple Music, anywhere you stream music, just type in Mike Nash Real I. And I got 3, pretty dope albums out there. I got a bunch of singles out there.
Yeah.
Some videos on YouTube.
I can concur to that. Got some great songs out there.
Appreciate that.
For somebody who doesn't know what type of style or who you are, I'll tell you this, I'm nicest brother. What type of style of music are you? What do you do? Are you a rapper or are you I'm not gonna say R&B singer because I kind of
pretty much hip hop artist. I mean, I guess you could say I'm a rapper. Mm-hmm. More of a lyricist and stuff. Try to keep it with the essence and stuff. Try to keep it. Of course, with my age and stuff, I'm 90s boom bap or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I respect the people that keep up with the times as long as they do it right.
Right. Yep.
I mean, there's I always say we had whack rappers back in our day, but
some got thrown off stage.
But
right?
we didn't put them on a cover of Source magazine.
No, exactly, we didn't.
You know what I mean? That's the difference between then and now. It's like we're publicizing the people that's like not doing good music, man.
Well, but, they're not doing good music, but they're doing numbers.
They're doing
numbers. Which is the difference.
Yes.
And it sucks because hip hop was never about that.
Yeah.
When it first started, hip hop was about making music and telling a story. That's how I remember it.
Being original was,
and I'm not that old, but still,
being original was super key. From the words of the Juice Crew, there's a sign at the door, no biting allowed. And if you didn't read it, I suggest you do so. Or you'll be stranded just like Caruso, But it was like, someone ended up sounding like somebody. It was like beef. It was something.
I remember Lords of the Underground. They had a small beef. I don't know if it's an actual beef, but they had a small beef with Onyx. When Onyx came out, they sounded just like Lords of the Underground. Mm-hmm. And they had a song about it.
Wow.
I forgot. Here Come the Lords. Listen to that song, Here Come the Lords.
That was my joint, too.
They say some stuff that it sounds like they're talking about Onyx. Let's turn on the radio. This group that sounds like us. I forget the rap because now I'm drawing a blank because obviously you talk about something, you draw a blank.
Yeah,
but
I cannot.
Check it out. It felt like it was towards Onyx around the same time.
I cannot disrespect Onyx. I ain't gonna front, man. They came and surprised everyone. Like came with the bald heads and stuff, and I'm bald head by default, 48 years old, but Def Jam off the rip. People like, who the hell are these people and stuff, you know what I mean?
Then you heard them rap, it's like, what the hell?
So Mike, how long you been rapping for? How long?
Wow. A very long time, man. I'm going to say that I wrote my first rhyme in 1989.
Wow.
Nice.
And, man, I never stopped, man. I mean, there's some hiatuses here and there because life has to be life, you know what I mean?
Life happens, for sure.
I'm a man, I'm a father first and stuff, you know what I mean? So, being in Connecticut and stuff is kind of hard. Being the corridor between New York and Boston, it's like, they'll just skip right past us and stuff. We have to be that much hard, 3 times as dope. And with the drive and with the grind and stuff like that. But even that's not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Living in Connecticut my whole life, I've known a couple of dope rappers. I mean, shout out a few people like Autobots, a few couple other rappers I've heard that.
Chris Webby,
just good enough even if you're in Connecticut. You know what I mean?
Apathy is another one.
Oh, Apathy, damn, that's he's
good too.
Another slept on. I mean, you Google this dude, man, Apathy, and he's got his schedule locked from like now to like 2000. 26.
Oh, really?
But he's overseas.
Yeah. Again, they love it over there. We were
His
talking
whole
about that earlier.
schedule, Sweden, Prague, Germany. I'm like, wow, this dude doing this thing.
I want to visit UK and Germany because of that reason, of the fact they love the real hip hop over there more than we do here in the States.
Another person went out there. I think he went out there and never came back. J. Rue the Damager. Shout out to J. Rue the Damager. He went to Germany, married a German out there, and he's out. He lives in Germany and stuff.
So what do you guys? So I don't know. I know hip hop, but I don't know much. I don't get into depth with it. Mm-hmm. So you're saying overseas they appreciate American hip hop more than their own shit, or what?
They're appreciating the real hip hop that we was raised off of, the 90s.
Right. They have their own music.
Of course, they have their new wave.
Yeah.
They have their drillish type stuff or whatever. But for the most part, they love that real stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Not that corny. It's not some of that corny shit we're listening to today.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, definitely.
The people that tour over there a lot. I see it's Ari the Rugged Man. I see Immortal Technique always over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing against the rap out today, but like I said,
I money, man. I grew. The money you making.
Like I said, yeah, but I don't like.
There should be a different genre called for it. It's not hip hop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna name names.
It should be OG rap.
Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Some kind of something like that.
But you can't take hip hop away from the originals or the OGs because we started it. They started it. They started it.
And trust me, there's still a market for the OG rappers, for the underground rap and stuff. Yeah. Griselda pretty much reopened the doors and stuff
when they were together.
Yeah, so I mean, there is a market, and people are nowadays underground rappers are making money because of the streaming and stuff and things that they do and stuff. Merch is real big and stuff. You know what I mean? And
I want to get some merch of my favorite underground artists.
Oh yeah.
I got my cannabis hat upstairs. I got my Chino XL CDs, my record.
But yeah, overseas is shout out to people like DJ Doo-Wop. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, and he goes out there at least once a year. He brings AZ with him. He meets J. Rue the Damager out there. He brings Smith and Wesson. Shout out to Cocoa Brothers.
All the classic acts.
Oh,
the Beat Nuts. I've seen the Beat Nuts over there.
And you gotta
that's another people sleep on.
You gotta see the videos. I mean, these people are out there singing the songs.
And these are packed stadiums. Like not a full stadium, but these are packed venues.
Yeah. So you don't see that shit out here in like California, Nevada. Those old school rappers. You gotta go overseas to see them.
You can see they tour
like I said.
It'll have to be an extravaganza. Right now with the 50 years of hip hop, there's a lot of things going on. You got to Rock the Bells.
I love it.
So if I wanted to see Immortal Technique, he has to be featured with like.
But this Rock the Bells, they're paying tribute to Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, they are.
They're doing the whole segment with Boot Camp Click. Shout out to Boot Camp, the whole Boot Camp. They're kind of like unspoken out of existence. Yeah, Sean P. All of them. I mean, people don't talk about them enough.
No, they don't.
You know, and they had a super impact. Shout out to people that's emerging back from that, like Rock Nest Monster and all them.
But back to your question, Jay, like Immortal Technique, if you follow him on the socials, you'll see that he has some tours in the U.S., but it's usually out west mostly.
Yeah,
but that's the people that are showing love
big.
to underground hip hop.
They're not like big things; they're small. You know.
Yeah, but still, they still perform. You know, I went to.
He'll never sell out a stadium.
No, definitely not anymore.
Never sell out a stadium.
Nah, we're past those days of underground artists like that selling out the stadium.
Yeah.
Because he's not that he's not relevant anymore. It's just not popular enough for anybody. And then people don't know when they're showing up to certain places.
I still don't understand how can you listen to rap now, and then still listen to rap then. Like I don't listen to rap now because I'm not gonna hate. Like I said, I can't stand it.
Yeah,
I really can't. I mean, like I said,
there's no
get your money. Like however you get your money, whatever.
There's no substance.
I just don't get it. I like the storytelling. I like the bars and I like real hip hop artists. You don't want to
hear something where you're like, ooh, you're not in your head. You just
you want to catch it. You want to catch it on the first. As soon as it comes out of his mouth, you want to catch the bar. You don't want to have to rewind it. Like why is he mumbling? Like what exactly? You don't want to have to rewind it 5 times exactly.
Yeah. You got people like 21 Savage and these peoples and stuff here, Kodak Black, they got this song, I just want to rock. And then, not even a month later, you got Lil Baby. Da Baby, I mean. Shout out to Lil Baby, I fuck with him. Mm-hmm. Da Baby coming out. I don't know. Make you get a booty. I mean, I don't even want to say the whole hook. But it's the same feel of that joint. Yeah. Again, cookie cutters. Yeah. I call them cookie cuts. and they're just trying to ride that wave, man. And it's
But you notice now, all of the rappers that are biting beats off from old school, old school beats. They're all bringing them back just to make them relevant.
No shame.
But I mean, they're getting it cleared. Yeah. But it's too early.
Yeah,
I mean, it's too quick.
There's some
that
are too early.
Like, that's too early to really.
There's some that are too early. Yeah, there's some that are too early, and there's some that the artists and the labels are getting with the artists and getting them to a bag of some sort.
Yeah.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes and people like that.
For them, that's what it's all about, is making the money. And then again, I don't hate on anybody making money. Little Baby, Da Baby.
Yeah,
I'm not big fans making money. I don't care. I just don't like your music. I just don't think it should be called hip hop. That's my personal opinion.
They gotta definitely.
They gotta come up with a different genre. Come on, there's something different.
I've always said club hop, club rap. I don't know, because that's what they play in the club.
Yeah,
you go to a bar, you go to a club. That's what they're gonna play. That rap.
Yeah.
You have to go to a bar or club on a certain day to hear the old school stuff, and it's called old school night.
Yeah, it's called old school. It's called old school.
It has to be that themed out.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be a theme in order to get people to come to show up.
But then again, when they say throwback, how far are they going back? They're probably only going back to early 2000s to start playing Nelly or Paul Wall. They're not going as far back. They're playing KRS, Rakim, all the MC Shan and all that. But they're playing the early 2000s. Like, that's not old school. You gotta go farther than that.
I mean, if you go early, I mean.
Now I've been to a bar, right, for happy hour one time. This is in one of these towns over here, and we go and they're like, we're gonna play some old school hip hop, right? And they're playing Nelly Ride With Me. I'm like, what?
No, that's not.
Yang Yang Twins.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I appreciate it for what it is.
But
that's not old school hip hop.
I mean, I say, like, right there in the 2000s and stuff or whatever and stuff. I was away for a little while, whatever, from 98 to 2000. So I came home 2000 or whatever. Kind of like ready for the world and stuff. Going to club, clubbing out in the city. And that's when Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg had that yada da da da. I mean, they were killing it. Like, you know what I mean? And it seemed like Jay and all them, no disrespect or whatever, it's kind of like the East Coast turned their back on hip hop and like handed it to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just kind of handed it to Jermaine Dupri. Now, shout out to Jermaine Dupri and all them and So Def and all that.
Luda,
but
that's when T.I. was hot.
T.I. added some substance. He was actually one of the lyrical ones and stuff coming out of there. I mean, his first album was called Trap Music. He pretty much innovated that whole thing and stuff. But the
innovator, king of trap.
All the things that came along with it. I mean, I guess they had fun with it, the lean with it, pop with it, and all that.
Laffy Taffy, all that.
Taffy's the Yang Yang Twins and all that.
See, now back then, when it came out, I hated it. Now when I hear it, I was like, it's not so bad.
It's
not so bad, right?
It's like I see it like this.
It's nostalgic. That's what it is.
Yeah, you don't ride a roller coaster every day. Right. You don't go to an amusement park.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like I'll take that ride.
Yeah. So real quick, before we got way off topic, for you coming up, writing music, your first song you wrote was in '89. Who was your biggest influences back then?
Good question.
I mean, at that time, the obvious Rakim,
of course,
Cool G Rap,
KRS,
KRS One, the whole Juice Crew.
Yeah.
Heavy D. Shout out to Heavy D.
Heavy D.
He don't get enough. He don't get enough props.
He doesn't get enough love. One of my favorite songs ever is "Don't Curse." It's Heavy D featuring a whole bunch of guys.
The whole Pete Rock production.
God, and that song is so dope because they all go in, they rap, some serious
Grand
bars,
Poobah
and none of them are cursing.
No,
that's what makes it so fire. I love that song. If you guys haven't heard it out there, go check it out. Heavy D, Don't Curse.
Don't Curse, real dope.
Q-Tip is on there.
Cool G Rap.
Grand Poobah, like you said.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Pete Rock. It's such a great song. CL Smooth is on there, I think. Where he produced it.
And,
one or two.
Yeah, he it's kind of crazy because Big Daddy Kane too, man. It's like RAW. I wrote those lyrics line by line, and I used to read it and perform it in front of the mirror, like you know what I mean, like RAW, a terrorist. It was like ridiculous, and that's how I got like into the writing. You know what I mean? Because I used to just listen and listen.
Yeah.
I mean, my history goes far back. I mean, I was born in Bridgeport, but real quick, we moved to Puerto Rico. I was 4 years old. The only English I really knew was Rapper's Delight.
Oh, wow.
That song.
So the
jibaros out there used to be like, mira, canta la hippity hoppity, canta la hippity hoppity. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So I used to go hip hop, and they used to give me quarters. Like I used to make money at 4 years old.
Yeah,
it was
that's
crazy.
better than a lemonade stand, honestly.
So,
in my opinion.
yeah. So it's like it never left. You know what I mean? It never left me and stuff. From there, I went to the Bronx until like 5th grade. Started school.
That's where
in
it
the
all
Bronx.
started. The Bronx.
Yeah. That's where I really got my vibe, man. Really b-boy stuff. I was that little dude coming out in the battles, breakdancing and stuff. My brother, shout out to Wes, used to do the graffiti on the trains and all that stuff, and like we lived it, like, you know what I mean?
Good old days.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Pop too. The Pop said he used to be breakdancing.
Yeah, my father. Yeah, it's hard to see him doing that now.
Yeah,
But I guess he did. I guess he did. But shout out,
tell the stories that
shout
he
out to
used to
Pop.
do it.
Well, I always say, you know, it's a shame that you know.
But that was the thing back in the day.
The
Like,
technology, though, like, you know, just imagine. Like,
I feel like technology fucked up a lot of things.
Just imagine if we had that technology back then, and we actually, because right now you just gotta take my word for it. I could talk about back in the day. I could talk about some episodes. I could talk about some scenarios.
We got video proof now.
You just gotta take my word for it. You know what I mean? But I'll be, you know, now it's like, oh, word, but look, and Google that, and you know what I mean. So it's like our era, what I think was like the dopest still, man.
It is. I mean, it is.
But I say it's just hearsay right now.
We grew up in the 90s. I love the 80s.
Yeah.
I love the 90s.
Yeah.
I love the early 2000s. After like 06, I started hating a lot of stuff. But like I loved a lot of stuff from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. It's like the best eras.
Yeah, like I'm a big LL Cool J fan. I like all that.
Man,
that old school shit.
Yeah, at first I wasn't an LL fan. It took me a little bit to appreciate his greatness.
He's a man.
He was our Jay-Z. He was our
Jay-Z. Yeah, exactly.
He was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he could go smooth, and then he could knock you out, and he could go all super hard and whatever and stuff. But yeah, shout out to LL, man.
So now on to go back to you, you had a song with Crooked Eye.
Oh yeah, shout out to King Crooked, man.
King Crooked, yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Real quick, a story on that. We worked together for a little bit.
Who, you a Crooked Eye?
No. Fucking wish. No, me and Mike worked together for a little bit a few years ago. And then, I mean, again, I'm not big into local rappers, but I know a little bit more now than I did back then. So, went into work one day and he's like, hey, you used to be a rapper, and I was like, great, yeah, sure, whatever.
One.
Yeah, another one. And this is like a real story. This is like real shit.
Yeah.
Real story. So, I was like, oh, word, that's what's up, whatever. And that's when I was working at the other building. We used to have 2 buildings.
Yep.
So I went back to the other building and I was like, this guy's probably trash, this is probably garbage, whatever. And this is like real talk. And I was like, let me just search up his music. He said he got a song, King Crooked, whatever. And back then it was the Crooked Eye. And I was like, let me check it out. I kid you not. That whole day, for 8 hours straight, while I was at work, your catalog was on play.
Wow.
I was on play. I was like, yo, this is actually pretty fucking good.
That's what's
up. I was shocked. And I felt like shit. I was like, damn, I thought this guy was garbage.
Well, no. You have every right to, because, like I said, there's more. You know, there's less of the people who actually have it, and there's more. You know what I mean? Like,
there's people that rap that you're like, you definitely don't got it.
Yeah.
But there's people that rap is like, this guy can rap. Even if you don't make it big, you can still rap. You can still be a good rapper.
Yeah. And you know, that's the thing, like where we're from or whatever and stuff. It's a lot of.
That's what's hard about being from Connecticut.
Yeah, it's hard because, you know, everyone wants to be that one.
Yeah, you got
know
New York
what I mean?
right there.
Yeah,
and New York overshadows everybody. But I mean, Boston's there too, but they don't have much. They don't have many. There's a few that are good from Boston.
There's a lot of underground rappers. There's a lot of underground rappers from Rhode Island. There's a lot of good rappers in Rhode Island.
Shout out to Millies and all them out there in Boston doing it, man.
From Mass, I like Johnny Lucas. It's one of the best out right now.
Oh yeah,
there's a bunch. I mean, if I had to think about it, I probably could have come up with somebody from the best from Mass. I would probably say Joyner from Mass.
So
he's the most complete.
Yeah.
So when you started rapping and all that, what was one rapper you could continuously play his album and just get influence, and then like thoughts of just
to do your own,
do your own thing.
Try and mold it into your own style. We all do that. Even if you're playing basketball, if you like a certain player, you're gonna try and mold the game around that person.
Yep.
It's the same thing with rap. You like a certain rapper, you're gonna try and mold your style around that person.
Yeah, it's damn. I hardly sounded like anybody. But Rock.
No, your voice is very distinct, which is part of the reasons why I liked it. This is why, one of the reasons why I like Cannabis. voices are different. So your voice stands out, so you know it's you on the track.
Yeah, that's
what I appreciate. Same thing with Be Real.
And yeah, that's what I kind of focused on too and stuff. Just making sure that I don't sound like anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even the voice wise or whatever and stuff.
Because you get those people that talk. Remember when Fab came out? They were like, oh, Mace said he wants his voice back. He sounded like Mace for a little bit.
Real quick,
I remember people saying that.
Yeah.
They sound alike when they're rapping.
Shout out to Fab.
So which rapper was it? Was it you said Rakim?
I'm gonna say Rakim, and so far as like where I got my style from and stuff, and really mode, believe it or not, even though I'm from the hood and stuff like that, like Tribe Called Quest, Native Tongue, we're really into that and stuff. You know what I mean? So far as getting into the beats and the style that should be for that beat, not just a rap to the beat, but what style should you use for that beat type, and kind of focused on that, and I had mad people being like, yo, you don't sound like nobody. I'm like, boom, check, boom, check, boom, check.
Absolutely, man.
That's awesome.
So, I mean...
So, yeah, that's what I like about hip-hop, man. It's awesome. It leaves a different impression on everybody.
I mean, yeah, now, just like I said, nowadays, I don't hate on the rappers nowadays. I just prefer... back then music, like it's easier to listen to, it's easier to follow. You can break it down a lot more easier than right now. You got to replay it 15 times to even get a punchline. It's just that's why
if there is a punchline,
if there's a punchline anyway. I mean, there's very few new guys now that you can actually listen to, and there's always gonna be something there. Joyner, J. Cole, Kendrick, and
I love those guys.
But
other people that slept on, Chris Rivers is another one that's really good.
There's the underground guys. I mean,
yeah,
even not for nothing. Maybe he's not that underground, but Dax is fire.
Dax,
I really like Dax, but I don't feel like he doesn't get as much appreciation as he should, because he's nicer than a lot of guys. Like I'm crazy for saying this. I think he's better than Joyner. I think he's better than Chris Rivers. Dax is nice. Dax, you listen to his freestyles on like I said, it's my opinion. So like on the What's Poppin' remix, the Still Dre remix, like in the Rap God remix, the Rap God Part 2, the Joker, that he goes in and he does it all by himself, like literally all by himself, and he has nobody. He has his own little team. They do his own little videos. His videos cost like $500 to make. Like it's nuts. I saw that, and. I think Dax is nice. I really like Dax. He's original. He's humble as hell, and he spits bars after bars.
He has a lot of songs that I do like, but to say that he's better than Joyner is kind of wild.
He's not as big as Joyner.
No, it's not.
But Dax is a monster.
He got the views. His YouTube views are up there.
Yeah, because he's rapping over industry beats. He's rapping over beats. Yeah. But like I said, if you heard what he said over that What's Poppin' remix beat.
That's probably one of the only ones I haven't heard yet.
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna say Joyner. The only thing about Joyner, he's very epic. I don't know if you guys saw his last video and stuff, but he's very.
It's funny because there's a meme where somebody's like, as soon as I saw this guy in the thumbnail, I didn't trust him. I knew there was gonna be a story about him. So it's like it's one of those dudes that. Hey, you made it this big. Where's my cut? Just for being your boy. It's like, no, it don't work like that, bro.
Yeah,
and that's why I love that song.
Very clever guy, man.
Yeah, very clever. His storytelling is top notch.
Like I said,
I don't know if I'll put him top 5 yet, but he's getting damn close.
And again, you see the levels that he has to go. He has to super exceed everyone. Try to super exceed because of where he's from.
Yeah, he goes.
Understand what I mean? Like
when he tried to kill that Panda beat. When he killed the Panda beat.
Joyner?
Yeah.
Oh,
how hard he went there. He went hard there just to shut that beat down.
Let me say something about that Panda song. That Panda song, I used to laugh at it, but I just heard it not too long ago, and that shit
so
bangs.
It bangs in your speakers for sure, 100%.
Some stuff it has to grow on you.
No, it grew. I was like,
grow on you.
It definitely bangs.
I heard. I'm like, yo, this was actually
for me. If I like all music. If something catches my ear, I'm gonna like it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a Miley Cyrus song that I like, or whatever. But
okay, tranquilo.
But still, some hip hop songs I don't like them right away, but they grow on you, and it can't happen the more you hear it.
Because the radio bangs the shit out of it. You got no choice but to listen to it.
They put you on that frequency.
So yeah, but Joyner's getting top 5. I think storytelling. He's creeping up there.
Oh no, definitely.
Because to me, one of the best songs of all time. And anyone, Devil's Work. Anyone can call me out on this. If there's a better storytelling song than Devil's Work, call me out. Call me out.
Devil's Work 2 was pretty good too.
I hear Devil's Work and I get goosebumps every single time.
Devil's Work 2 is pretty good too.
Devil's Work 2 is awesome. I just don't think it tops part 1 because part 1 just came out of left field.
What made people really recognize him was him getting on that Eminem album.
Oh, the
he got on that
Lucky You
album. Yeah.
on the Kamikaze album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he made.
He went bananas on that track too.
But he was out for a while before that.
Oh no, definitely.
Dropping bombs, dropping gems.
Definitely.
Excuse me, Dino.
But
yeah, and shout
Devil's
out to shout out to people from Boston back in the days. A lot of people don't even realize DJ Premier is from Boston. Guru, the Gangstar, is from Boston.
No,
oh yes, they are.
Oh, you see, you learn something new every damn day.
Yes,
because I did not know that. I swear.
DJ Premier and Guru, the crew Gangstar,
yeah, Gangstar.
Boston, Massachusetts.
I love Guru.
Yeah, shout out, rest in peace, and shout out to Guru, man. He would have been 62 this year, man. Wow.
What, a couple of days ago?
It was
recently?
a few days ago. Yeah. Because I just saw it on.
Yeah, rest in peace, Guru. He's one of my favorite rappers. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's top 10 for me personally, but he's up there because he has a lot of songs, a lot of tracks.
Just the songs as a group themselves and stuff. Oh yeah,
classic stuff.
Don't take it personal and all that. I mean, they made their mark. You know, they made their mark, and a lot of people just swore up and down they were from New York and stuff until like people started realizing they from Boston. Yeah. You know.
So going back to you real quick, because this is a episode starring Mike Nash, so we're gonna ask you some questions.
No doubt.
So. The whole song you have with Crooked Eye is called Way Back.
Yes.
Love that song.
Yes, thank you.
How did that come about?
How did you get in touch with Crooked Eye and all that? How'd that work out?
Yeah, well, the song I had the idea for a while, and I get to these points where if I don't have the song right or with the right person, I just won't do it. I'll stay in the back burner and stuff. Okay. And again, trying to reach out. This is around 2014, 2013. I already had More Life, More Music out. Trying to reach out to home-based producers and stuff, and it just wasn't working out. So I reached out to M80. Shout out to M80 and Holy Toledo Productions.
Before we continue, M80's doing a lot of stuff right now.
Oh, he does a lot, man.
And I'm gonna give him a big shout out right now because this is a separate topic for a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But if you think of two of your top 3 artists of all time, if you could imagine that, and they do an album together, that's going to be freaking crazy. I didn't want to curse. It's going to be so nuts. So we'll get into that later, but shout out to M80 for that, because that's what I've been wanting for years. But go ahead.
He has Holy Toledo Productions and stuff. I started following him, started feeling his vibe and stuff, and then he's affiliated with Anno Domini. Anno Domini is a producer out of the UK, which is based in California, which M80 kind of controls and stuff. Yeah. And he has a ton of producers overseas, Sweden, Germany. I mean, shout out to Screwaholics, 2D Productions, all these different, and they're young kids, and they're out there from the UK really starving and on some boom bap official. Anything you hear from me, if you do stream my music, and I appreciate that. All three albums are all those producers from overseas.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Now one track is from the United States, which is I want to say it's sad to say, but I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? Anno Domini and M80 had this competition thing with Crooked Eye. And best verse wins a feature, right? And there was about, I forgot how many entries. There's a lot of entries, and it was worldwide. And they had to do a revote because I was neck and neck with the first with number one and stuff. You know what I mean? And they awarded some kid from San Francisco the video, and he won. So they hit me on the side, was like, yo, your joint was crazy and stuff. Won't you, still reach out to him because he might do the video. So it just so happens that I reached out to his video guy, Eddie Patino. Shout out to Eddie Patino out there in Cali in LA, doing big things. He's Crooked Eye's his personal video guy. So I reached out to him. I'm like, yo, I got this joint and stuff. You know, Crooked Eye was kind enough to do the verse and stuff. I paid him for it or whatever and stuff. Here's the song. Man, he fell in love with that song. He said, get your ass out here right now to shoot this video. He said, I got Crooked Eye right here. I'm talking to him right now. He's like, you want to do it.
I love that.
So you got a video to this
Oh,
song?
no, definitely. It's on YouTube.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Type in Mike Nash, Real Eye Way Back, featuring Crooked Eye. So, I was on that.
Again, real quick, back to the story I was talking about when I was at work. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I did. I punched in the video. I was like, yo, this is like legit. This is fire, you know?
And again, shout out to Eddie Patino, man. He had he was waiting for me with open arms. He kind of didn't think I was going to go. I think he deals with a lot of people who just talk about it and stuff. Boom, I was on the next thing smoking. Yeah. I went there the week before Christmas. It was in December and shit. I just went out there, you know.
Did you have to change your wardrobe, you know, coming from here? Christmas time.
Yeah, it was
going
crazy.
Out there, you had to bring shorts.
I was all over the place with it and stuff. I had this. I had like some hot stuff, some vests, some hoodies just in case and shit, you know. And yeah, man, he met me out there, man. He showed me around, brought me to Be Real Studios. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the smoke box.
I've heard about the car, right? In
the car where people sit in it. He got celebrities sitting in the car and they smoke and stuff and they talk and stuff. I had the opportunity to be in there.
Oh, sure.
And when you see the video, the license plate says smoke box, and I'm on the car, on that exact car. So that was an honor to do and stuff.
Dope experience.
I was waiting for B Real to be around, but like I said, Eddie Patino, shout out to him. He had full access to the whole studio. And from there, we met up with Crooked Eye. We went out to Santa Ana, and what was dope with Crooked Eye was that I thought he was just going to come with the video and just be in the video.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it out to where we was because the lowrider was too low to hit the highway. He had a 6'4".
Oh shit.
Impala.
Yeah.
He a big dude too.
So they couldn't make it and stuff. So we went out there. Mm-hmm. Now my flight's I'm on the red eye. My flight's at midnight and it's already 11 o'clock at night, and we're shooting. I'm like, damn, I gotta get him on the video. So we shoot out to Santa Ana. We get there. He apologizes. Shout out to King Crooked for this. He comes out cliche with these two big Mexicans tatted up and stuff. Real cliche LA stuff, right? Yeah. But then he comes out and pulls out the 6'4" Impala. And I'm like, well, I didn't, what we doing with that? He's like, oh no, we're going to ride around and we're going to shoot inside that Impala and stuff with the 6'4", with the shit dropping. I said, get the hell out of here.
Yo, that's fire.
He was like, yo, it's on me and stuff for not being over there and stuff. Because we were supposed to shoot in Long Beach Projects.
Yep.
We went to Long Beach Projects and we shot some stuff, but there was some dudes that were kind of hating on what we were doing and stuff, so we had to bounce out real quick. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
That's what
we had to bounce out.
Yeah.
So he felt bad or whatever, so he brought up the 6'4". Next thing you know, we in a 6'4" Impala riding around. Shooting the video, I'm like, yo,
I gotta check that out.
It was way more than I expected.
So dope,
it was way more. Yeah, way more than I expected. Real humble dude and stuff. And I got into the cigars because he was into the cigars or whatever. If you look at King Crooked, he's always with a cigar.
Always. I follow him on the socials, and he's always with a cigar.
Yeah,
no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, shout out to Horseshoe Gang too, man. The people he got out
Horseshoe
there.
Gang. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
I haven't heard much. I've heard enough to be like, yo, these guys are nasty. If you haven't heard Horseshoe Gang, check it out.
Mm-hmm. Did you make your flight?
Oh no, I made the flight, and it's crazy because at the end of the video is me leaving in the airport.
Them dropping you off at the airport.
Like, hurry up. Trying to be coy about it and stuff.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it was a then I'm on the flight back like, wow, did that really happen?
Yeah,
like, that really
it
happened.
feels so surreal, right?
It is, so and the thing is that it happened because I did it myself. Yep. I didn't rely on somebody. I didn't take somebody's word for this or for that or whatever. Yeah. I made it happen. I pulled the strings.
You pulled the trigger pretty much.
Yeah, I put up the bread and stuff. And mind you, when you hit these artists up, personally, it ain't all that crazy bread. It's if you deal with their promoters and you deal with the other people that they're gonna try and get.
They all want their cut.
They want their cut. Yeah, but if you could deal directly to him and stuff, it ain't as bad as what you seen. And this is for all the upcoming artists and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want to deal with people who deal with Ano Domini, M80. They got this whole feature thing right now where they're doing like leasing features with major artists with Chino XL, Cannabis, Crooked, all these people. So I know that's
if I rapped if I rapped, these are the guys I would have on my tracks. Like, I really would. I have you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But, like, for me, and I started liking them late in my, I would say, hip-hop life. Mm-hmm. So I started liking hip-hop, I want to say, like, 2003.
Yep.
But we've heard, I remember when I first heard Ether, like, 01. Like, I remember when I first heard that, and that was, like, amazing to me. Mm-hmm. But
best battle rap ever.
Yo, it is, like, hands down.
It got to be, man.
But growing up from there, it's just like, so I didn't like the mainstream of what they had.
Right.
So I always wanted to find my own people that I liked. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When I first learning hip hop again, I liked LL. I didn't like Kid Biz. When I started listening to him more, I was like, oh, this dude's just not commercially a better rapper than LL, but like lyrically, he's a better rapper than LL, and that's just my opinion. Yeah. Everybody can think different, but that's just me. You start learning your own thing. Like
LL waved that magic wand, and
even with sports, I like Scottie Pippen more than MJ. Mm-hmm. That doesn't take away from MJ's greatness. Everybody has a personal opinion. I love Scottie Pippen more than
mind you, Jordan ain't win a goddamn thing until Pippen
got there. Exactly.
He doubled down on it.
People don't want to hear that.
And then double down on it. And I hate to kick someone when they're down or whatever, but as well as they got Pippen, 7 years already passed of all these teams beating you.
Yeah.
They got old. You ran through them.
So everybody's like, they're the best.
It would have happened without Pippen because
you stirred up a pot, man.
They met their time.
You are.
Yeah, they met their time. I mean, come on, man. I mean, the Lakers, at that time,
they were older.
Magic already announced he had AIDS.
Yep.
You know, Kareem.
That was 91 title.
Kareem with the goggles, going bald, in and out. You know, injured and stuff like that. You ran through them. Bird was tearing your ass up for 6 years. You know what I mean? In that one game, you have 63 points, 1 assist.
Yeah.
That's Jordan.
Well, wasn't that a loss?
It was a loss.
That was a loss. That's just crazy.
Oh my God.
And I like Jordan.
Yeah.
But if you guys haven't heard it, check out Mike Nash's collab track with Crooked Eye.
Yeah, man. I think y'all would like it, man. If y'all appreciate some good stuff, man. You know what I mean?
It's awesome. It's a great video. It's a great track. I love it all the way. Mm-hmm. Again, going back to my work story, I've heard that song, I want to say like 4 times, not even, like 10 times in a row.
That's what's up.
That was the first song I heard because you said that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let me listen to that track. Listen to it, it had to be at least 10 times in a row.
That's what's up.
So let me ask you, how did you feel?
And then it led to more tracks, learning about what else you do and how else you do other shit. And just before we go on, the best track I love is Still I Try.
Oh, yes.
Every time that comes on.
Yes.
I have it on my iPod. I'm probably one of the only people in the world that has iPod still with like 5,000 songs on it.
That's what's up.
But every time it comes up, it's played at least 5 times in a row. I swear. No cap. No cap to anybody for you youngins out there. No cap.
I appreciate that, man.
No bullshit. Like 5 times in a row, it's awesome. Still I Try.
Still I Try, man. With a try with an I at the end, man. That's my third. My third album, which pretty much completed my trilogy. That's why from then on I did singles.
Yeah.
And I'm working on an EP now. Some more singles. I got this single called. It's kind of crazy because me being older, I'm trying to get into teaching and trying to speak with some substance.
Yeah.
So, with these girls,
natural.
With these girls with the filter things and stuff and feeling like they need to look like somebody that they're not.
Yeah,
I got this song called Gefilte Fish. And it's GUL-filter-fish. And gefilte fish, if anybody knows from
Rush Hour.
From Rush Hour, everybody says the same thing. Yeah. It's pretty much canned fish, which is disgusting, and it's like this Jewish thing or whatever and stuff. But it's what I'm speaking on is gefilte fish. It's like, you don't need to, be someone you're not and stuff. You're not in a cell. You do have to hit the world. One way or another, people gonna know how you look for real and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, just be you. And people who don't love you, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
I saw a meme the other day, and it's still, it might be like 5 years old, but it said girls that have natural beauty and they work for a living are still winning. And that's so true because the world we live in now, there's girls selling feet pics, there's a girl selling booty pics.
Yeah.
I'm not hating against your money.
But
that's not real life. That's not real life. You're not gonna feel like that forever.
Yeah.
You gotta work.
So going back to the track with Crooked, you going back now? How'd you feel going up rapping going side by side with a guy like Crooked?
Well, it was.
Did you feel intimidated?
Yeah,
It was a little
Yeah.
overwhelming
Yeah,
because
it was.
he's Slaughterhouse. I mean, you know what I mean. He's
Was
Death
he
Row.
Slaughterhouse back then?
This was This was during the Fallout.
The Fallout.
That just broke up.
Slaughterhouse?
That just kind of parted ways or whatever and
Okay.
stuff. And it was around that time.
So he was epic Crooked. He was.
No, he
Oh,
was
this was
yeah.
This was Crooked that was
Yeah.
up there. It was
This
up
is
on that.
right there where Slaughterhouse was like doing their thing and stuff. And again, he was under that umbrella with M80 and all them and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then me getting into that competition and stuff or whatever, and me lasting so long, just a little kid out of Connecticut going against these people all over the world and stuff. Everyone's like, who's Mike Nash and stuff. And that I felt mad. I felt great about that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you know, what I'm
That's
saying?
kind of like
Oh, yeah.
not in the long way. That's got to boost your ego.
Oh no,
That's gotta
definitely.
make you feel
No, it does.
great,
It does. It does. And if anybody says any different, they lying. You know what I
definitely
mean?
lying.
Like,
For
you know.
sure.
And I hear people now when they hear the song, they're like, "Yo, you went toe to toe, like with."
No, for real, you did. Like,
with
it was,
Smith and stuff.
it
And I'm
was
like,
just as good. I mean, if
And
not better, I personally think it was just
yeah,
because Crooked. You could tell he did really good, but it was like not his best.
yeah.
But he
was
definitely
good for
gave
the
a
song.
shot on it. But it was great.
It was good enough for the joint and stuff, and I loved it and stuff. You know what I mean? And just me giving a little piece of my life. I don't like to talk about. See, a lot of people, the masses, want to hear about how you're trapped in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily want to hear you come out the hood. They want to hear you still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that whole thing, I'm from way back, this and that, whatever. Boom, I'm on my come up to get the hell up out of there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it was.
You gotta love that.
Yeah,
The mainstream, they want to keep all of us down.
Yeah.
And they like it when the stories are like, we're still in trap. That's why that music is still, not still, but that music sells a lot.
Yeah.
Because, they're living poor.
Yeah.
We'll sell it a lot, whatever.
But, like I said, it's the listeners, too. The people who want to hear it but don't want to live it, they just want to hear about it. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like they need you to stay ignorant, to stay stagnant in that little thing, so like that they could still have their listening. Don't give a hell about the actual life you're living from it.
Yeah.
They just want to hear what you're saying and stuff like,
So what year did you put out your first album?
Well, my first solo album actually was 2012 as a solo artist.
Yeah.
I was pretty much from the beginning like a crew guy. Like I was always down with crews.
Yeah.
Some of the best crews that Connecticut has to offer and stuff. I pretty much had a part of. And me being from the Bronx with the breakdancing crews and stuff, I was always loving the crew thing. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't working out from crew to crew and stuff, and things start falling apart and stuff like that or whatever. So I took a long hiatus from 2007 all the way to 2011 or something like that. Okay. Got a house, started having I had my firstborn. Yep. I said, all right, well, I got to do this. I got to be a father. I got to do this and set the foundation and stuff. And then 2012, shout out to wifey, man, my girl Eva, man, love you, but she's the one who actually gave me the title of More Life, More Music, my first solo album.
Nice.
Okay.
And she was, I was like, well, it's done with. She's like, no, you got more life, you got more music.
Yeah.
So my solo album was called More Life, More Music, and that was like
that's a cool story. That's
awesome. And from 2012, that was my first album, whatever, pressed up CD, barcoded, everything streaming and stuff. And just loving just feeling the high of that acceptance of actually being accepted as a solo artist, being that I was always with crews. You know what I mean? The crews, you just got to hurry up and just make sure you got your 16 ready.
Yeah.
Solo artists, you got to make sure you got 3 verses ready, hook, boom, this and that or whatever. So the complete 15 songs on the album. All my albums are 15 songs long. Okay. So that's a lot of joints. You know what I mean?
That is.
It's a lot of work.
Real quick on that. A lot of people don't even do that no more.
Yeah.
They don't. A lot of music comes out now, it's like 7 tracks, 8 tracks for an LP or
EPs.
A whole even a whole album I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, Nas did the one with Kanye.
Yeah.
That was like 8 songs. It's like it's good. It's good
Yeah.
enough.
Well,
but
this
it's like,
is
we're used to 12 to 15
this is why
joints.
this is why Nas had to come up with these albums real quick after that, because he knew that was like.
Oh man, he just dropped one a couple days ago. And it's good. I listened only once all the way through. I got to listen to it a couple times.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Shout out to Hit Boy.
Yeah, Hit Boy did. They did 5 albums in 3 years, full length albums. These are all 12 songs plus. So shout out Hit Boy, shout out Nas. This is awesome.
So who right now? If somebody came out with an album right now, who would it be that you'd actually just go get it and listen to the whole thing?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Wow,
I mean, it could be still Jay and Nas.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, if Jay's,
Nas just dropped.
Yeah, Nas is dropped. If Jay's dropping, I'm copping that. You know what I mean? A lot of people hating the man that he's become or whatever, but I know the dude he was. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, but yeah,
Jay's on business now.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. You gotta make the money.
And shout out to people like like Conway the Machine and stuff like that. Like I've been listening to him like ridiculously. Like
I haven't heard much.
Yeah.
Because I'm like stuck in my ways.
Oh yeah.
I like who I like, and I just want to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone new, even if it's good, I'm hesitant to listen or even try to listen to. So I've heard some stuff and it's fire.
Yeah, check Conway out.
I gotta hear more.
He's got like, I think 2 albums out. Pretty dope.
So let me ask you this. This is my opinion. Do you listen to him?
I do.
How do you feel about him?
Conway's dope. He's dope. He's very vintage. He's for the culture.
No, I'm like Eminem.
Oh, Eminem.
Yeah.
No, I love Eminem. Yeah.
Well,
one of the best at it.
Somebody here doesn't he's not feeling him.
We talked yesterday. I knew that was gonna come up. Right?
He don't feel him as much as I do. But I mean, everybody's different. I get it, but I mean,
I like Eminem a lot. Mm-hmm. It's just recently he hasn't put out as much good stuff as he used to.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
It's a lie. 100% lie.
How is it a lie though?
His last album, Music to Be Murdered By, was fire.
Music to Be Murdered By, right?
Was fire.
It was.
And
fire.
the last album he put out was another curtain call. That was another greatest hits.
I don't care about those because those are just greatest hits. Right. I'm not too worried about those.
But Music to Be Murdered By was fire.
Music to Be Murdered By, I heard maybe 2 songs, and it was not it for me. Again, everybody's different. Everybody likes their own type of music, type of rap, type of hip hop. I'm not taking nothing away from you or from what you like, but for me, it's like it didn't interest me, so I didn't hear it. Maybe I should.
I'm an M fan, and I can honestly say the Revival album he put out was trash. Like from beginning to end, except the radio hit with Ed Sheeran, River. That's about it. Other than that,
I thought Relapse wasn't even that good either.
Relapse, to me, I think Relapse is great.
Relapse?
3 a.m., My Mom, Backpack from Baghdad, Underground, Beautiful.
The only 2 songs. I'll give you 2 songs.
I get he was lit, he was on drugs or whatever, but he still spit bars on that album. That album was underrated. It wasn't great.
He said some shit on
it
there.
wasn't his greatest album, but it was an underrated album.
He said some good stuff on there. And the 2 favorite songs I got off of there are Beautiful, which is underrated as hell. And if you haven't heard Beautiful, listen to Beautiful. Yeah. And Underground. Underground was so fire. But to me, that's it.
M's worst albums where I feel was Revival and was Encore. Encore was good, but it wasn't that great.
Online, when I see reviews and people talk about the albums, they love Revival more than they love Relapse.
I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Relapse, he had that voice. It was like
the kid voice.
But it was just like that kid.
I get why they like Revival more. He had more features on it. He had Pink. He had Alicia Keys. He had Rihanna on there. He had Ed Sheeran on there. He had more radio. Of course, people like that better.
Just the times
but Relapse was fire. Relapse was fire. And then, like I said, when he came out with Kamikaze, I was like, oh yeah. Every song Kamikaze was fire to me. Every song.
But that's because you're a fan. And
I'm
not taking away that it wasn't fire. I'm just taking away from you're a fan. It's gonna be fire.
No,
every song's gonna be fire.
Like I said, I told you the truth. Like Encore wasn't that great. Revival wasn't that great. There were songs that I skipped. Like
I like Encore. Encore has some good stuff on it.
There's very few albums I am where I listen to from beginning to end. There's very few albums now that I can pop in and listen to from beginning to end.
That's how I like personally to judge an album. From first track to the last track. If you can bump it without any skips, it's a good album.
Like I said, there's very few albums out there where you can bang it from beginning to end.
What happened to those days? You know what I mean?
To me, the last album that I banged from beginning to end, and I'm still live by this to the day I die, was the Carter 2, Lil Wayne's album. From beginning to end.
After that,
they were good, but the Carter 2, every song was just you were just like, damn. I mean, this was vintage Wayne. This wasn't now. This was
Wayne, I Can't Feel My Face.
Yeah, the Joel Santana shit. They was fire.
For me, I can't. Lil Wayne, Carter 2,
fire.
I can skip 2 songs probably.
Which one?
I look at the track list again.
Everything was.
But there's a couple I can skip. I don't mind skipping it. Even the Carter 3, I can skip like 4 songs.
Yeah, but the 95% of that album was fire.
To a lot of people, that was his peak, Carter 3.
Yeah.
I can't stand half that album.
Like, because it was on the radio. You probably heard it too much.
Like the one,
Millie,
Mrs.
Lollipop.
Officer.
The Valentino shit.
I don't mind Lollipop. Mrs. Officer.
Millie, you probably heard too much.
Millie's okay.
Mr. Carter was a fire out song. That shit was fire.
Mr. Carter with Jay-Z, that was like one of the best songs ever, personally.
That Lollipop joint is every artist out right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Pretty much.
It is.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, you know what I mean?
So if you picked the album that you could listen to without skipping anything, just popping it from beginning to end, what would it be?
Oh, that's a great question. That is I was gonna ask.
I'm talking about like you didn't even listen to the
question.
skits and just still smile, just still listen to no matter what.
Bro, that is a good question.
I mean, there's a lot of them are old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that about LL Cool J's Bad album.
Yeah, Bad is
Bad is a good one.
Every single song that was good.
Bad is ridiculous. That's the one with pink cookies in the plastic bag and all that.
No, that one's with
I Need Love and all that.
I Need Love. That was with
You sure?
But My Rhyme Ain't Done. The doo-wop was on there. It might have been. I might be wrong.
Could it be Black Panther?
No, Black Panther had I Need Love on it.
Okay.
Black Panther had I Need Love on it.
There's albums that I go to right now when I'm hearing a bunch of bull and I'm just tired of hearing all this boom, 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 and I need to like refresh my brain and stuff. Mobb Deep's album.
Which one?
What was Survival of the Fittest?
Not Hell on Earth.
No, that was their second album. That first one.
Oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
It's
probably on the wall right there.
Yeah, the one would Give Up the Goods and all that. That Mobb Deep album was ridiculous.
Beginning to end?
With Burn?
Beginning to end.
With Burn?
The one would Give Up the Goods and Shook Ones and all that. And that classic, that classic album. The Infamous.
Yeah, it's right there. I was going to say, it's definitely on the wall.
I almost lost a stripe for that
I was going to say the Infamous one. I don't want to be wrong.
It's
stupid.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That album right there is ridiculous.
For me, I only have like a handful.
Yeah, still mad at
the Purple Tape. Raekwon's joint.
Yep.
There's 2 Tribe
I could
albums.
skip a couple on Purple Tape because
you know what?
I like Wu-Tang a lot.
Yeah.
But when Ghostface raps, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, talk shit if you want to me.
Crams too much shit in, man.
I think Ghostface is a little overrated. I like him, but again, it's about the voice, how you deliver it. To me, Ghostface is just like he's talking his story to me.
Right.
He's not really rapping.
He's not. Yeah.
But again, that's how I hear it. That's how I hear it.
Stillmatic is the album you can listen back to front to back.
I could. Stillmatic is one of them. Illmatic is like
Illmatic is the one.
Illmatic is number 1.
It was written from.
It was written just as. I Am had a couple that I could have skipped, but I Am was good.
Definitely, I Am had to skip a couple. And
actually, Godson, I could listen to the beginning and end too. Yeah. Godson was good too.
Godson was fire.
Godson was good.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh yeah, that's beginning to end.
Hands down,
sure. Definitely.
That's definitely top 5.
Definitely. That's
if anyone says that's not in the top 5, they're
that's
lying.
one of the top albums.
Yeah, honestly.
Because from front to back, you can hear that all the way through and just love it.
Maybe 95%, but All Eyes on Me, Tupac is a good album to listen to back.
Oh yeah,
too.
All Eyes on Me, I can skip.
Yeah,
one
I
song.
think it's like one or two, maybe
1 or 2. That's it.
And that's about it. Yeah, but other than
the whole double album is a double album, by the way.
yeah.
That double album was fire. So it's really good.
The double album, the Biggie double album. I mean,
Which Life After Death.
The Life After Death.
Well, both of Puns, you can listen to both of Puns back and forth.
Oh, Capital
Yeah,
Punishment.
The first one. The second one, I could skip. And I like the song, but I could skip New York Giants with MOP.
Oh, no,
I could skip that.
Yeah.
I could skip that one. It's good when I first heard it.
But the actual Terror Squad album with all of them on it was good back to front too. It was
And
pretty.
I could skip a couple there.
And there was one album.
There's one I didn't like with Tony Sunshine. I didn't like. But
There was one up when I was up the way, man. It was kept me sane, man. Don Cartagena.
Oh, that
Fat
was
Joe's,
fire.
Fat
That
Joe's,
album,
That had so many features on it. Had Bold Thugs, had Nas, had Jada.
So you got me looking at the wall, but you got like I'm looking at the wall behind his mic.
It's up there. Don Cartagena's up there, right there, next to the Common and the Ja Rule.
That, and I'm gonna say Low End Theory, man. Tribe Called Quest, man. That Low End Theory was.
What about
because I remember hearing it,
Yeah.
but I don't remember like track for track.
What about Blueprint 1? That was a good album.
Oh,
No,
You don't like Blueprint
No.
1? Blueprint
I'm
1?
one of the rare ones that doesn't like Blueprint from beginning to end.
Really?
Wow.
I hate girls.
There's a lot
girls,
of-
I hate girls.
Is that the one? How many people
With
will ride
Renegade,
tonight?
Renegade and,
No, that's different. That's different.
Wow, you don't like Blueprint?
I don't like Blueprint from beginning to end.
Wow.
I really don't. So I like. 80% of Blueprint was fire.
Yeah.
There's 2 songs I could skip, or 3 songs I could skip. I know one of them is definitely Girls, and the other ones I'm drawing a blank because when you talk about something, if we were off air right now, I could tell you all 3 songs like that.
Yeah.
But now that we're on air, I'm trying to come up with them. It's only one that's coming up to mind. It's Girls.
Yeah.
But there's 2 more on the album. I was like, I can skip that.
What about Kanye?
Oh, H to the Izzo. That's the second one.
That's not bad.
It's good.
That's a good
I'm
track.
not hating on it, but I can
That's a
skip that, and I have no care.
Right.
So
Easily.
what about, can you listen to the Black album more than you can listen to the Blueprint 1?
Yes, Black Album front to back was fire. That
No,
was
really,
comeback
all of
album.
it? The whole thing?
All the Black
I
Album.
think
was fire.
there's one track I can skip on there.
Which one?
I can't remember what it is.
You got to try to kind of remember because I did.
Encore was fire. Like, do you want to encore? Do you want?
That whole album was fire. We used to play
Man,
Xbox with his album in the Xbox.
Sega GT.
Play it,
Sega
yeah.
Wow.
Sega
So what
GT.
about Kanye's Graduation? That was a good album. Except Barry Bonds. I can't listen to Barry Bonds.
And you like Lil Wayne. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because you
So,
like Lil Wayne a lot. But Barry Bonds, that's one of the worst songs on there.
American Gangster. Jay-Z's American Gangster.
I think you talking
Hold
about
on.
Jim Jones album. Jim Jones got an American Gangsta album.
Jim Jones
I
trash,
thought
though.
Jim Jones not trash. I like Jim. I like Jim.
Hold
I
on,
like
no.
Jim.
He's
I like
good.
Jim.
His last diss song to Meek Mill's was like,
Well, I don't.
not Meek Mill,
Pusha.
Pusha.
I like Jim
Trash.
Jones.
You seen Push's latest one?
I haven't seen it. I
I like Jim Jones when back in the day. Not Jim Jones.
No, Jim Jones has some good songs. I just don't think he had a full album of like bangers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
doubt.
One album I can listen to front to back. People would probably what the game's been missing. Joel Santana. I heard when he bought
That's his first one.
When it was my birthday, my brother bought me this. Actually, you know what? And believe it or not, 2 people gonna hate me for this too. Paul Walls, People's Champ. When that album came out, I woke up. I was working third shift. My brother was working at Target overnight, so he got the hit. Those CDs came out. He had as soon as they came out, he got them.
I honestly probably bought the first copies.
Yeah.
Because our break used to be at like 2:30.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's when stuff used to go on sale. So I used to buy it right there.
So when I woke up, he put the album on my dresser, and I woke up. I was like, "Oh shit!" Paul, beginning and end, the whole Paul Wall album, what the game's been missing, and he was the first one to put me on that the Curtis album, the 50s album.
Yeah.
I like that. The album's okay, but it's not great. But
There's one album.
with Curtis, the first 6 songs are good. After that, I'll just go to the next album.
it went left.
You guys ever heard of and it's crazy because it's not part of his official catalog, but 50 he dropped an album called War Angel.
No, I didn't hear that one.
It's on
Doesn't ring
YouTube.
any bells.
That's
And I like 50 a lot
The
too. So
single
that's-
was that okay.
Oh,
Okay, you're right. Yeah. I love that
wait,
song.
that's the song Animal. That's the album Animal's Ambition, no?
That was the single.
Yeah, well, yeah.
for War Angel. And
Really?
he's, that song I got my London girl.
Because he had a few. He had a few singles.
Slept on. It's not part of his official catalog. It's weird because
same thing with Animal. That's why Jadakiss got that beat off of that song. Animal was on that, I believe.
Yeah, just like All His Love. That song, All His Love, give you all his time. That wasn't on the album either.
And you guys on YouTube, type in 50 Cent's War Angel.
War Angel, that sounds tough.
And it's a full album. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I got it.
I like 50 too. I like 50. I never heard it, so I need to check that out.
Again, when people ask, this is the thing that kills me. People ask me, you haven't heard this person yet? You haven't heard that yet? You know how much stuff comes out in hip hop?
I know.
That we can't
keep up with this. Can't keep up with this.
And there's so much stuff we listen to.
Knowing that you're keen on things, just to hear you say, "Oh no, I didn't hear that yet." Well, that's kind of refreshing because I'm like,
exactly.
There's still room for more.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm okay with that. I love listening to more different stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm probably really late. Like a couple years ago, I just heard the 50 and Chris Brown song, No Romeo.
Really?
Only like a couple years ago I heard that song. Because, again, for a few years I was stubborn. Well, I only listen to the people I like. Nah, I can't even shoot myself.
You pretty much, you create your own algorithm.
Pretty much.
Within your shit. Like, you know what I mean? And,
so you can't listen to everything. People tell me, you haven't heard this person? No, I haven't.
But
I got other stuff I want to listen to.
Be like, yo, but I'm excited that I never heard it before.
Exactly. Maybe go check it out.
Yeah.
Like, I get the same thing with like Jedi Mind Tricks. I like Jedi Mind Tricks. I haven't heard a lot of Vinny Paz's solo stuff. So when I hear it, I was like, oh, it's actually fire. Vinny Paz has a lot of dope stuff.
You heard of Nems?
Nems, yes.
He's
got a lot of dope stuff. He really does.
Yeah, pretty dope.
So, Mike, let me ask you this question: who's one artist that you can listen to that other people would look at you like, you listen to him, bro? Like I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. And this is not even hip hop. I listen to Kenny G.
Yeah.
That's my shit. I ain't even gonna front.
That's a little surprising.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you see me as big as I am, me listening to fucking Kenny G, it looks weird. But who's one artist?
What you like?
Yeah. Who's one person or group or wherever that you can listen to? People look at you like, you funny looking for that. You know.
I'm gonna say Lupe Fiasco.
The cool album was fire.
Yes.
His
second album, I forgot that. I think it was his second album. That album is ridiculous.
The cool album.
And I could keep hearing people like him. I could keep hearing people, like Black Thought.
Black Thought's underrated.
Black Thought, I mean,
he shouldn't be, but he's underrated.
Lupe's underrated too.
It was
very much.
But it was refreshing and pretty. I loved the moment that Black Thought had on that Funk Flex freestyle.
Oh God!
And
wait, how long he go for?
I
saw it.
I think it was the longest, but he went for a while.
He went for a while, and he was just killing it. The best freestyle ever. Was like fire.
The best freestyle from beginning to end and stuff, and that's him now. I heard the Roots in '94. I Shall Proceed and all that.
I can't even lie. I just found out about the Roots and Black Thought like not even 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like first I'm so late on the Roots.
Live band. They played live band. Shout out to Questlove, all them.
Questlove, yeah, on the drums.
But I heard them in '94, and to hear Black Thought now kick the best freestyle,
getting love too. Finally, it felt like
and it's like that's like mad refreshing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And especially for him. Imagine 10 years ago he would have quit or something like that. He wouldn't have never had that moment. You know what I mean? Like he still puts his footprint in the hip hop in the history of hip hop and stuff,
which is what we need right now at this moment in time.
So Lupe Fiasco, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, and that's the reason. I mean, I think personally, if I would have heard fire coming from the next generation, and I would have heard boom boom, I think I would have faded out. But just because I keep hearing garbage, it makes me want to be like, yo, no, you forgot about this.
Yeah.
You forgot about this
type of rap.
Like,
exactly.
There was nothing.
Let me put you on.
Yeah, there was nothing ever wrong with the old school rules and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it could be new school. You could do your stuff and stuff. Like, like I said, trap music is trap music and stuff. There's still a dope way to do it.
Exactly.
There is a dope way to do it. Lil Baby, that first joint he did, you stand too close off this way,
You're schooling me right now because I didn't even know it.
Well, I love that song.
I don't mind learning.
DJ Khaled, the other one.
Yeah.
I don't mind learning.
And there's dope ways to do it. You can add substance to that. You know what I mean? Like, I can flow on that now stuff. But me personally, I don't want to cheat the listener by giving a bunch of blank spots.
Yeah.
You know, they'll say something and they'll, and and then, and then after that, another, I'm like, dude, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I get that time back? You can't get that time back. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't leave no blank spots. You're going to get a 16, you're going to get a 16. You're going to get a full 16. And I actually got to be saying something and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things within the algorithms and these labels, they will not sign you unless you're talking about, you know, corruption, girls, bitches, whatever you want to say.
Drugs. Yeah.
You know, the whole thing and stuff. If you're not saying these things and stuff, they're not getting you a deal. You're not going to get a deal.
Which is sad. That's honestly just
sad. So far as a major deal, but these days, major deals ain't even the way, man. I mean, it is if it's presented to you on a silver platter. I mean, who the fuck won't take that? You know what I mean? But
for me, the young people that like coming out now, and I stay underground is Token. Mm-hmm. Token slept on. Yeah. Little white kid from Rhode Island. Yep. Really good. Started in Grimo Cypher. Shout out Grimo Cypher because they do a lot of really fire ciphers. If you check it out.
I'm on two of them. I'm on two of them.
You're on two of those?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to check those out. I didn't know that. Yeah. I listen to a lot of Grimo Cyphers.
Yeah.
Grimo has a lot of tough ciphers.
Mm-hmm. I'm on two of those. A pretty recent one too. Not too long ago, I did one and stuff. They came out to Waterbury.
Yeah. Okay. I checked it out because Token is one of them that came out from there. Mm-hmm. Clark Wayne, who's his name now, used to be Passionate MC, came from there, really fire MC. And Snow the Product, lady female.
Yes.
One of the best rappers in the game right now. Her and Lady London are my favorites. Mm-hmm. Like they're slept on. Yeah. Lady London and Snow the Product, one of the best female rappers out right now. And if you guys haven't heard of them, go check them out.
Yeah, shout out to the people out here in Connecticut right now doing their thing, man. Two individuals, two individuals right now making, they made a move and stuff. Fuego Bass out of Hartford.
Okay.
Just got Benny the Butcher just signed him. He's like Griselda.
Who?
His name is Fuego Bass.
Fuego Bass.
He's out of Hartford.
Shout out Fuego Bass for being from Hartford, but I haven't heard you shit yet. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. See what it's about.
He's official and stuff. He's he got signed to Griselda Records and stuff. Okay. You know what I mean? And out of Bridgeport, not being biased, I'm from Bridgeport and stuff. But shout out to Show Love, Sholey, man. Yeah. He's he just went on tour with Millie's out in Boston and stuff. They did a whole tour out here and stuff. And shout out to Sholey and the whole Show Love movement and stuff. And just a handful of people that are doing their things and stuff. Shout out to Bars on 95. I don't know if you ever checked that.
Bars on I-95. They have some fire.
Yeah.
What's that group that? Excuse me. They do a lot of freestyles. They do a lot of It's hard. It's not a freaking co-written type of like cipher. It's like a cipher. Mm-hmm. Coca Nostra.
Oh, Coast Nostra,
Coca Nostra, those guys.
Yes. Them dudes,
they do some fire fire ciphers, and I appreciate those guys. Those are good too.
And it's kind of dope because it kind of looks like they're in the podcast like setting.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they're just tearing it up.
They're pretty good. Mm-hmm. Now on that, is there any artists before we go to CT, mainstream or big time artists that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Joel Ortiz, man.
Ooh.
Man,
if I hear you on a track with Joel Ortiz, oh my god!
You ever heard of producer Apollo Brown?
Of course, yeah. Apollo has some good stuff.
He has a couple songs.
Yeah, Joel Ortiz dropped an album with all his production.
Oh yeah.
I got a few songs.
I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard some of it. It's fire.
People like him. It's hard to say. It's hard to say like anybody new, of course, or whatever and stuff. Yeah. But I would love a hook from Busta, man.
A hook? Just a hook? You don't want a verse? I mean, Busta.
Of course.
All you need is a hook. If I was a rapper, I wouldn't even want a verse from Busta because
He goes
He
hard.
be killing it.
Well,
he
back
kills
back
it.
back to
outshine you.
the beginning of this set when I was saying that there's certain songs that I have, if it ain't the right song or whatever, if I don't got the right person on it, I got it on the back burner.
Yeah.
Well, I had this one song that I never dropped, and it's because I needed Buster on the hook. And it's
We
called,
gotta make that happen.
and it's called Shitface.
Yeah.
It's called Shitface, getting drunk, you know?
Okay.
And it's like I
We
can
bump
only
it,
hear
dude.
I can only hear Buster saying it.
But the game on that shit. The game.
And it's like, you know, the hook is like, from the club or the streets for thugs who love heat, get shit faced, my nigga, you know. For them thick, sexy chicks that love the French kiss, come on now, love, you gotta know.
When you say it like that, I can see Busta on it.
And
You
it's
gotta
like,
have Busta on
get
it.
it now, my nigga, if you don't wanna move, sit it down, my nigga, you know how that go. Back niggas get in the back row, you won't leave. That's, yo, it's like, I can only hear him on it, and this song is like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I got the verse to hook it. I would not drop it until a Buster-ish type dude comes around, or Buster himself. So Buster, if you listening, I'll let you, boy.
Shout out Busta Rhymes, one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, and
they just gave him props at the BT Awards.
Yeah, he got the
Yeah,
Lifetime
they did.
Achievement Awards. He's like everywhere right now.
Shout out Busta, man.
And
He's underrated, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
dropped some fire verses over the years.
He's had some trash too. Right? He went reggae. He went reggae for a little while.
Did he? I never
He went
heard it.
reggae for a little while.
his
yeah.
I honestly
His
never
yard-
heard it.
That twerk. You ever seen the video?
No.
His yard game is
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
yo. His
He
yard
could talk. He could talk it, but it was just. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's Jamaican,
remember when Snoop went that went reggae for a little
Snoop
while?
Lion. Yeah, Snoop Lion. Yeah.
It didn't hit as hard as he thought it was gonna hit. But
But
Yes,
now,
sir.
how about for local artists? Is there a local artist you would like to work with? Not even just because of their popularity or just because of their status, just who you like. Anybody
Yeah.
you would like on a track just to spit, bar for bar,
I
or
would
just
love
verse
a
to
joint.
verse.
I would love a joint with Chris Webby, man. He gets so much hate out here.
I don't know why.
It's ridiculous, dude.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He has some songs where Mercury's on there,
It's because he's
He
doing
has a lot of
him.
this-
It's because he's doing him.
and it's his style.
And he's doing him, and he's putting the blinders on, like, you know what I mean? He's putting the blinders on all that bullshit, and you see where it's getting him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris Fury, his manager and stuff, and I knew them, back in the days in Norwalk when they was throwing parties. He was just a party promoter and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see the moves he's making, and like, how can you hate on that? Like, you know what I mean? You could talk smack all you want and stuff. There's people who hate Jay-Z.
Oh, of course.
And
of
it's
course.
like-
the hate is always going to be
And
there.
it's like, why? Because he became this.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't. You can't say you don't like his music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had this thing out here where people see the thing in Connecticut is like, well, the ultimate universal narrative. They say, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yep.
Here is they do have something nice to say, but they ain't saying it.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
That's
It's-
called hate.
It's
That's
oh
called
my
hate, I
god,
swear.
and
It's
it's
called hate.
that when I hear someone saying like at work and someone's talking about this guy, be like, yo, oh, he's really good at what he does. I don't tell him because I don't want him to get a big head. Like what type of shit is that? Like you don't want to say that I'm dope because you don't want me to get a big head. Let me get this big head and float us the hell up out of here. Like you know what I mean? Like I never understood that, but here it's like if you're dope, they're not gonna say it. You know what I mean? And people out here, you could not like me for whatever and stuff. You know, I have a lot of history out here and stuff. I did a lot of stuff I regret.
Yeah.
You know, I had a past. You know what I mean?
Everyone does.
But no one can say that that they're not feeling my music because I already transferred my music to complete strangers.
Yeah.
And they say my music's incredible. Not that it's dope and this and that, whatever. Like I said, I'm not full of myself or nothing like that, whatever. They'd be like, yo, your music's incredible. Like, what's up? Why you ain't on yet? I'm like, ask them.
Yeah.
Because when they say it's up to the people, it's up to the people, it's up to the people. It's the people who's making these whack rappers famous. It's the people. It's like, shame on the people. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? The artist is doing the hardest work. They going to the studio. They're composing. They're doing this stuff over there. All you have to do is share. All you have to do is word of mouth and this and that, whatever. I had this.
Spread the love.
Yeah, just
Spread the love a
one
bit.
little story and stuff. Just at work. You know, I work with some white people and stuff or whatever. Office setting.
yeah.
This is why you share, because I'm talking with my coworker, find out that he does beats and stuff, right? So we talking about music and we talking about videos. All of a sudden, this secretary lady that we didn't even know, we don't even talk to her. She says, "Oh, my cousin's boy shoots videos," and then I go on his page and he's shooting videos for like Chris Webby, Blueface, all these known rappers and stuff.
Big time guys.
And I'm like, well, this is one secretary girl that has a boyfriend that has a cousin that knows such and such. Mm-hmm. This is why you share. You know, that whole thing about when they say, oh, how come you ain't famous yet? Because you ain't sharing my shit. How come you ain't sharing my shit? You know what I'm saying? But that speaks volumes, because you don't know if you share something on somebody's page, that person could have an uncle that has an A&R that works in Def Jam. You don't even know.
You don't know.
So this is why you just share. Oh, no, it's just little old me. What's little old me going to do if I share your shit? I don't know. Let's see. Share it.
Try it. Yeah. Give it a shot.
It takes one
surprise.
It takes 1 second. You know what I mean? And that's the problem here. You know what I mean? You know, they don't want to be responsible for your growth and stuff. And it's sad to say and stuff because of people's situations. Everyone's in that situation and stuff. And if they want to see you excel, they don't want to be a part of that. And it's sad to say. You know what I mean? But you know, most of the biggest stars, they always come from a little town in Illinois or a little town in boom boom boom, and they had to leave out of there. But I never looked at Connecticut like that. But after all these years, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So now going back to people grinding out there. What do you have working? I don't know if you can share it or not. Whether you got under wraps. What do you got working on now? Because I know you said you're into more of teaching now.
Oh no, that definitely.
What do you got working on now?
I got about four singles on deck that's ready to go. 2 videos. I'm doing this song called Gefilte Fish, like I was telling you guys about off air. It's about girls using filters and people just kind of catfishing people and stuff, and just love who you are. I got a song called another single called
Still King.
Yeah, it's called So Mellow, and it's kind of like talking to the youngins, the dudes and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, like all the violence and stuff, and giving you a piece of my life at the same time to see, like, okay, bam, it is possible. You know what I mean? You don't have to be stuck in the trap. There's a metaphorical cage around the trap, around the hood. You can leave. You know what I mean? And then another thing I got called Gestures. This one's pretty dope too, because it's about all these young girls that think they're ready for an OG. And they're still in their young ways and stuff. So it's like the hook is like, I'm too old for you, baby girl, but I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see you running all around town, and
I can
I
rock
think that
that.
I could catch you.
Blast that.
Oh yeah.
Roll down Main Street.
Yeah.
You know?
So right now I'm just in single mode. I'm doing some singles and stuff for the spring and summer. I'm gonna try to drop them out. I'm trying to drop them before the summer ends, and then I'm gonna work on an EP for the fall, and hopefully a full album in the winter.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
something to look forward to.
Definitely.
I want to do a skate on there or some shit. Talking some crap, you know.
Okay.
And like I said, if the people are ready, man, I'm gonna try to do a promo for you guys, man.
That'd be awesome. That'd be dope as shit.
When the album comes out, we want you back on promoting that album.
Oh no, definitely.
For sure.
Promote it, yeah. Tell you got on it.
Maybe sample a couple tracks,
Yes, definitely, man.
I'm totally down for that. That'd be awesome, man.
Yep. And I'm on. Like I said, if you guys stream on YouTube, I got a topic page as well.
Okay.
And it's all monetized and stuff, and you can check all the albums out on YouTube and stuff. If you're on Spotify, it's on there.
We're on Spotify as well. Okay.
If it's on Apple Music, it's on Apple Music as well. And yeah, man, this is I'm at this point right now where all my kids are grown now, almost out of college. One out the house and stuff, and it's like back to me.
Yeah, it's your time now.
It's my time. Yeah. Like I said, father.
Kids
first
are older.
Stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah. My oldest son, he's an econ major. He works in a bank. He's approving loans.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
My youngest son, he's doing his engineering stuff and stuff.
Okay.
So I had to make
big shouts out to them. Those are huge.
I had to make sure that they were in the right path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I dabbled in between, but now I'm gonna try to go full fledged. There is no age limit on this hip hop.
I was just gonna say that. Do you see yourself stopping at any time just because of your age, or
yeah, it all depends on how you feel, man. Like I said, I have a lot of people I did music with that don't, they don't do it no more for whatever reason.
I know we were talking off air.
Yeah.
Kara's still rapping.
Yes.
MC Shan's little couple things here and there.
Oh yeah.
Ella just put out a single. It's on Rock the Bells Radio.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's decent.
It's decent. Produced by Q-Tip.
Yeah, exactly. It's not bad. Age ain't nothing but a number, like Aaliyah said. Ain't nothing but a number. If you can feel like you can still do it, do it.
If your brain capacity is still there, where you like I said, I'm not running out of things to say.
Yeah.
And especially now, things that I'm seeing now, post
world now,
you
got so
post
much to talk
COVID, the way people are now is like, me first, F you, me first, this and that. You see it on the highways, you see it in the driving, you see it in Stop and Shop, you see it in the parking lots and stuff. Everyone's me first, me. You know what I mean? So I talk about that a lot too and stuff. You know what I mean? Hopefully try to get people, one person at a time. You know what I mean? It's this thing called it's kind of funny. It's called affluenza, right? And it's a case where people they never dealt with consequences, right? It was a story in this kid in California. This rich kid driving drunk ran over these two people and continued on and went home. It was a hit and run, right? Wow. So they got him on camera, this and that. They went to his house. They arrested him, right? His parents got these two big time lawyers, and they looked up some situations and stuff, and they said that he suffers from affluenza, where he wasn't raised to know what consequences are. He never done. Look this up.
Got off.
Got off for probation.
No way.
That's insane.
But they was going to do it. They was going to do some kind of civil.
I have so much to say about that. I have so much to say.
And, I think the family was going to do a civil suit on them or whatever, right? So they were going to try to get this kid. The parents were trying to get him overseas. So they dressed him like a girl. YouTube this. In this day and age, I learned that I can't speak on nothing that ain't the truth because everything's Googleable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But sure. They dressed him as a girl, and he got caught in the airport and stuff. And these lawyers really looked up a situation where there's a case called affluenza where kids are growing up without consequences, so they think they could do whatever they want because they're not going to suffer consequences. Their parents are going to pay their way out. So it's kind of like something now, right now, like you got these people that are like, well, this road rage, man. This road rage is ridiculous.
Yeah. It is.
And
it reminds me of the Dante Stallworth. He killed somebody.
Yeah.
He killed somebody.
Yeah.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
He was able to play the next year with the Patriots.
That's crazy.
He was drunk. He killed somebody, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, killing somebody was, you're in jail for at least 5 years.
That's vehicular murder right there. Like.
Yeah, exactly. But he was drunk. Time's living. He has money. He's all free.
Yeah.
He's able to play the very next season with the Patriots.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem here. Like even like in like shopping places and stuff, you see people with these attitudes and me first, and this and that. Whatever.
Yeah.
These people are not being checked. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning, you go wash your face and stuff. If that person who was an asshole the day before wakes up, washes his face, and sees a black eye, he might want to reflect and be like, "Damn, that black, that got out of hand. That black guy could turn into a bullet. Let me change my ways and stuff." And I'm not saying like choose violence and stuff, but some people just go overboard. Yeah. Some people need to be checked. You know
a lot of people who are doing the checking are the ones that are getting in trouble for checking these people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which isn't right, but
which is wrong. Sometimes for sure.
Some shit.
Some things just happen, but some people are just spiteful. Some people are just got that malice in them and stuff. Yep. Like
that's where everybody gets that whole Karen word from. The harassment from some of these people.
Yeah.
And when you say something, automatically it's like
the trigger.
Like,
the trigger.
Hell?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
What the hell? You're only speaking your mind because you held it in for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like
we could change. We could change people. One. Crazy to say, one black eye at a time, man.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy to say, but
in this day and age, you just gotta watch what you're saying and stuff. Yeah. Oh, he's choosing violence. No, I'm not. I actually like smiling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the worst of the worst, dude. Like I'm from the projects of Bronx, New York. So Father Panic and Bridgeport, if you know, you know, it was the sixth worst projects in America. From there, went to PT Projects, which is not you know, it's the same, and stuff. You know what I mean?
I just feel like nowadays people just got too damn sensitive.
Yeah.
When you say something, they just take it overboard.
Yes.
You really gotta watch what you say. You can't just be yourself no more.
Comedians now too.
It's insane. It's comedy. It's freedom of speech. Now you can't say what you want to say.
Right now, aren't they literally attacking Dave Chappelle about the whole leg? That he talks so much about it, they were trying to sue him.
The transgender.
The whole LGBT.
The lady he was the lady he was talking about was his legit friend.
Yes, he told the story.
It was legit friend. He told the story. It's like, hey, this is my personal friend. She's okay with me telling me the story.
No.
How are you going to tell me that it's so wrong? I can't tell the story.
The subject rubbed so many people wrong.
The nail on the coffin with that was his last words was, okay, I'll stop bashing y'all when you stop bashing us.
Yeah.
It was okay to nigga this, nigga that. It's okay to watch the black movies and watch this and that or whatever, but when it's time to talk about this, what makes that so different?
Exactly.
I'll stop bashing y'all when you stop bashing us.
Who said that white people are using the N-word more than black people are using it?
Yeah, they are.
So it's like, when you cut that shit out, we'll cut it out too. Like,
I seen this video on TikTok. It's funny as hell. It's a dentist, and he was like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but it's like I'm feeling this joy right now. He said, I had a black patient, and he needed a root canal, and I kind of rushed it for him. And he says, yo, you my nigga. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know how I felt about that. Yo, you got to see that. It's funny as hell.
I got to watch that.
He's like, yo, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like none of my friends. That nigga. Like,
you feel good.
But he's not saying it. He's saying the N-word. He's like, I feel like I accomplished something in his life. Like, he felt so accepted now that the dude's like, yo, you my nigga. Like,
yo, that's awesome.
It's funny.
I gotta watch that.
Things like that, like I said, like, I'm from the worst of the worst, man. I'm a sure example of still having love in his heart.
Yeah.
Still wanting to laugh. Still want you to win. Still want you to win. There's not enough people winning. So when that one person wins out the masses, he's hated on because the masses aren't winning around him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if everyone's winning, you understand what I mean? Like, it was a job. It was a job that some people found out how much I made, and everyone just turned their back on me. Yeah. Like the company thinks I'm worth this. The company thinks you're worth that. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You understand what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
And
oh yeah. I can get
there. Big J's been there
for this shit right now, but I'm gonna keep it.
Shut up, Big J.
I'm gonna keep it PG.
A lot of people can concur. A lot of people can concur with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I couldn't say that freely. It was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's you. I almost want to be like, damn. I want to go to the HR and be like, yo, take $1 out for me and put it in his.
Stop fucking whining.
You kind of wish it worked like that, but it doesn't.
You got to think about you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I tell people at work all the time.
Get your money, tell everybody to fuck off.
Yeah.
Think about yourself. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because
what about the next man?
Are they gonna think about you?
Oh no.
They sure as hell won't.
Think about yourself.
And it's.
It sucks that it's like that though. You gotta.
I've been in multiple situations like that, and I'm like,
go to work feeling like that.
Damn, if I would have found that out about you, I'm like, oh shit, yo, they think you're worth that. Then shit. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I knew better, I'd do better.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, let me work on me. Let me work on my stuff so I can get there or whatever and stuff. That should be motivation. You don't give no one
to want to do better.
You don't turn your back and give them the silent treatment or whatever, like if it was them. Like, I didn't know what you made before and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's the same thing with annual raises and stuff like that. You gotta give out.
Yeah.
Why did I get this and that person got that?
And then that year comes and they go, oh, they didn't give me a raise that I want. Watch this. I ain't gonna do this and I ain't gonna do that and I ain't gonna do this. Then that year goes by. Then you get that little 3%, and then you're talking shit about that. But it's because you said you wasn't gonna do this.
Wasn't gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
So people bury their own selves, man. You know what I mean?
Real quick, I brought. You had something? No. Oh, okay. Brought the topic earlier. I just want to touch on it before we head out. So I want everybody out there. Think of your top 3 artists of all time. Real quick.
We got into this in a couple, maybe our first or second episode.
Yeah. No.
Go back.
This is a little different. Think of your top artists of all time. Think of your top 3, right?
We're talking about rap?
Anybody. Yeah, rap.
Okay.
For me, just rap.
Yeah.
Think about your top 3. Honestly, think about it. Even if you're at home listening right now, you're at work listening right now, think about your top 3 artists of all time. Any genre. It could be any genre, honestly. Mm-hmm. Think of your top 3. Now imagine 2 of those top 3 do a whole album together.
Jeez.
A whole album. Look, before I even go further, a whole album. Produced by a couple producers, 2 or 3 producers only. Mm-hmm. What would that sound like for you? It doesn't matter what genre you like. It could be pop. It could be country. Mm-hmm. It could be rap. It could be rock. It could be hard rock. It could be classic rock. Whatever.
I can imagine if we were live, if he was like doing live.
How many comments are flying?
Oh my God. Murder right now. And we're still gonna get murdered anyway.
Once we go video, we're gonna ask this question again. So get your answers now. Get your questions now.
Yeah.
So
even right now, even on YouTube, post your comments. Post whatever you want to say. 2 of your top 3 favorite artists of all time do an album together. What would that look like for you? I want to see it in the comments. So let me know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. Everybody has different genres. Everybody likes different artists.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you out there? Now, I'm going to ask this question for Mike first before I go to Big J. What does that look like for you? 2 of your top 3 artists. Who are your top 3 artists of all time? Doesn't matter the genre. Mm-hmm. And if those 2 artists did an album, what would it look like?
2 out of those 3.
What would it feel? What would it feel like for you?
My goodness. I'm going to say, like I said, like, when I first heard the song Know the Ledge by Rakim, man,
Gotcha.
Sip the juice.
Fire.
Come on, man.
Amazing records.
And his voice, his delivery, the swag, this and that. He's my ultimate and stuff. Okay. Now of him.
That's Rakim, if you didn't know all this.
Yeah, that's Rakim a lot, man. That's the god. If him and I don't even think I've ever heard them together, him and KRS.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? Like the way the things I got cooking in my head is like, wow,
bro, that's insane.
That's the God with the knowledge rate supreme over everyone together. It's like,
that's
the teaching involved with that, like the nostalgia,
the teaching and the skills,
and
just like the godly impact that would have.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah.
How about for you, Big J? What is it like? So Rakim and KRS for you?
Yes.
That's amazing.
How do you
that album would be like, my mind would be blown. Just hands down.
Call that shit Gods of War.
It's God. I fucking love that. I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is sick.
So on that note, if your two of your favorite top 3 artists of all time did an album, my bad, what would it be called? Gods of War would be fucking amazing. Honestly, for KRS and Rakim. Gods of War? Whew.
That's crazy.
I like that.
All right. We're going to shoot that to Big J. Big J, what you got? 2 of your top 3 artists of all time. It doesn't matter who 2 out of 3. Name your 3. And if 2 of those did an album together, how would that feel like for you?
See, it's hard for me. I'm not even gonna put him on this.
You could though. That's your top 3 though.
He isn't, but you said 2 of them. I got other ones.
It doesn't matter. It could be your 1 and your 3, or it could be your 2 and your 3, or it could be your 3 and your 2.
Well, okay. So they did do a song. They did maybe two songs together. Like I really love DMX. So I think if M
love DMX
and X did a whole album together, I think it'd be fire. Like I was gonna say even if but it's not really
just as good though.
But I'm saying it's not really his style. I was gonna say even if LL and X did an album together, there's 2 different styles of rap.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I didn't want to say
X and M.
I said if X and M did an album together, I think it'd be fire.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I think it'd be fire. Like, no, I'm talking like X, the Great Depression, the Great Champ, the old X, and then Vintage M. If they all got even that song "Go to Sleep" was fire, and that was just a feature,
M from like 02 to like 08, with DMX from like 98 to like 04.
From the Grand Champ down,
yes, would be like amazing.
It'd be,
I can't even lie. That'd be like one of the best albums ever. I can't even lie.
I got a confession.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Before I give mine, go ahead.
I don't think I ever said this, but when Eminem first came out, I literally laughed at it.
My
name is.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't think that was the last.
I didn't think he was gonna go as far as I could throw it. All right, until like I said, I was up the way or whatever. College radio. Shout out to Demigods Radio with Apathy and all that. The beginning of Demigods Radio and stuff back in the days, the college radios. I started hearing him the freestyles when he started going to these radio stations and doing the clues and doing the, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, this dude could rap. So lucky I didn't say it out loud. I just kept it to myself because I was like, wow, this dude.
Yeah,
I slept this dude.
I would like to hear Marshall Mathers LPM and the Great Depression X on
not Great Depression.
Great Depression was fire. Right?
No. I know it was. No.
It's hot.
I'm talking about it's dark and hell is hot. That X.
I mean, even
with Eminem from like the first couple.
My
God, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It'd be scary.
And I don't think anybody ever would like put those two, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just raw and gritty.
Again, that's why I love hip hop, because everybody has their own opinions, and I want to hear their own matchups. If you're out there listening right now, what is your matchup? Who do you want to hear on a whole album together? Everybody has their own opinions. It's no wrong answer. It's what you want to hear.
There's a ton of there. People will be like, "Oh, this is fire." I mean, you go like T.I. and Luda. Imagine T.I. and Luda did a whole album.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
You know?
Now, I personally love AZ and Nas.
Yes.
I don't think they'll ever do an album together.
Mm-hmm. Completely.
But that one would be amazing. They got enough songs to do a whole album together.
AZ's still doing his thing, too.
Being fans of Underground, if Chino and Immortal did an album together.
Oh, my God.
Immortal.
My God.
And I love Immortal.
So,
Immortal Technique was Revolutionary Volume 2 is fire.
A lot of people who know me, my top three, and it ranges, depending on the day. Nas, Chino XL, Cannabis.
Yeah.
It could be Cannabis, Chino XL, Nas. It could be Chino XL, Cannabis, Nas. It could be Chino XL, Nas, Cannabis. It ranges. It's different. It doesn't matter how I feel.
Like you said,
later this year, shout out to M80 again. Mm-hmm. He's doing a Chino XL album.
Oh, yes.
It's a Cannabis and Chino XL album. That's going to freaking blow my mind. Mm-hmm. You're not going to hear from me for like 3 weeks, I swear. I'm going to listen to every song of that album. Because they have songs together in the past, and they're great freaking songs. They're great verses with each other. They did songs with Sway and Tech. Shout out Sway and Tech. I love Sway and Tech. Mm-hmm. They're part of the inspiration why I do a podcast right now with my brother.
Yeah, back in
Sway and Tech.
When they were in Oakland.
Yeah, exactly. They're great. Yeah. But Chino and Cannabis on a whole album. Oh my God! I can't wait till that comes out. Yes. And a lot of people out there listening to this right now is gonna be like, "Who the hell is Chino? Who the hell is Cannabis?"
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
Do yourself a favor. Check out their music individually. It'd be awesome.
And for those who've never heard of Cannabis, if you want to hear a first one,
I personally think
hear retarded.
I personally think he's the only one to match LL in a battle. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say who won. I think Cannabis won. Obviously, I'm a Cannabis fan.
He said
Big J thinks LL won because he's an LL fan.
Yeah. But he said, "I'll rip you for your Vanguard Award in front of your moms, your first, second, and third born. Make your wife get on the horn called Minister Farrakhan."
Oh God. Whatever the case is.
I said, "Nah, he started it."
That's so fire.
But
them two on an album together, produced.
We were talking about hypotheticals.
Not produced, but directed by M80. Mm-hmm. He has. What's the name? Johnny something Beats. I forget the name. Mm-hmm. I'm drawing a blank now because obviously, again, we're talking about it. I forget about it.
Yeah.
But once we're off air, I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like Johnny something Beats, and there's two bangers. Have maybe one or two beats on there, possibly, and somebody else. The album's gonna be insane.
So yours doesn't count. You said hypotheticals, like shit that would never happen.
No, that's gonna happen.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen. That one's gonna happen.
No,
but his ultimate
that's what I wanted to get. Yeah. For me, I wanted to get everybody else's reaction about that because I'm lucky. Yeah, two of my favorite 3 artists of all time for rap are doing an album together. Mm-hmm. That's so rare.
And there's some people in the world that love Eminem, right? And you said genre don't matter.
Yeah,
and that same person that loves Eminem could love Prince. Now, you understand? So imagine there is no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Imagine Eminem off with Prince hitting the damn guitar or something like that.
Now imagine,
Incredible.
like there's some people out there that will like MJ and Prince on an album.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Michael Jackson and Prince on a whole album?
Oh my god.
It'd be the hottest selling album of all time.
Yeah. That's not.
That'd be
even fair.
fucking
That's
amazing.
like saying putting Kenny G and Carlos Santana on an album together.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I didn't even want to talk
you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying?
That'd be amazing.
Just instrumental, just going like a Brazilian Nights album.
They didn't even gotta say
It's
anything. Just
everything-
instrumentals.
It's just you
A
just
saxophone with a guitar
With an
all the way
electric-
through. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, I'm lucky enough to see that, and I want to say, I prophesized that. I know Aunt Mady's gonna say different, and I don't know if he'll ever hear this, but I've been saying that for the past 2 years on his post. I was like, give me a Cannabis Chino XL album, about 12 songs, and I've got posts about it. I can look it up. A whole album with them two, with one feature from K Reno. I will pay $50 for the album.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Put a
Like,
Mortal-
I would pay $50 for the album. Like,
Put a Mortal on that album.
if Immortal's on the album, that'd be amazing too. But just them two alone, they already started studio sessions for it.
Wow.
They already started it. Because I follow Chino and I follow Cannabis on the socials.
Yep.
They already started the studio sessions for it. I can't wait till the album comes out. You guys won't even hear from me for about a couple weeks. I swear. You're like, yo, where's E Nice at? You're like, yeah, no, I'll listen to this album real quick. Sorry, guys.
And man, like I said, shout out to all the people that's
Still doing it, man. The Roscars and
Rask. Oh, God, there's so many.
It's a lot, man. And like I said, there's still a community that does support
Killer
them.
Priest. Oh, God.
You know, they do
There's so
support
many.
them. And you know that whole thing with M80 when he was trying to fight for the Wu-Tang stuff from that pharmaceutical dude. That pharmaceutical dude that he had bought the Wu-Tang catalog.
I don't remember that.
Oh man,
I probably read about it, but
it was on
a
a documentary and everything. This was that pharmaceutical dude that he raised up the HIV medication 700%.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it was some young evil dude. I forgot his name or whatever.
Yeah.
But he bought, for some reason, I don't know how he did it. He bought the catalog, the Wu-Tang catalog.
Really?
Like he had it, and he was coaxing it in the air for like $1 million or whatever. M80 kind of stepped in there and was like finagling some deals and actually got that back from him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's some
Good. 'Cause
wild shit. Yeah.
Somebody in the pharmaceutical industry does not need
and
the
it's some
Wu-Tang catalog, honestly.
it's some young dude that everything got he inherited everything
Yeah.
or whatever. And there's a documentary on it too, though. And,
I gotta check that out.
And
I honestly haven't seen that yet.
Ghostface got into it real heavy because his mom was one of the patients that were on that medication.
Wow.
That he raised up. It was like a $70 medication that now is like $450.
Yeah, that's insane.
Some wild stuff or whatever. But yeah, that's a whole nother side.
The
story.
pharma industry is insane. That's a whole other podcast episode. Like, honestly.
But you never thought you would hear pharmaceutical companies and Wu-Tang catalogs in the same sentence, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't. It's fucking rare.
Yeah.
So E&J podcast. We're here with Mike Nash, Real I.
Yeah.
Shout out
You know,
Big Mike Nash, man.
Mind
Shout out
you-
Mike Nash.
Mind
Appreciate
Mind
you
you,
showing up, man.
these cigars were fire, man.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
I put mine out. You probably heard me coughing in the
Yeah.
background. I don't know why I put mine out. Wasn't
Shout
going
out to
down
everyone
smooth,
listening, man.
No,
I
it's
appreciate
a good
your
one.
ears, man. I appreciate your ears. Once again, Mike Nash, Real Live, man. Take your boy a listen. Let me know. I'm on all platforms. Mike Nash, Real Live. Mike Nash. It's kind of funny because if you type in just Mike Nash, there's a country singer.
I
there is. I saw
I
that.
just
I saw
typed it
that.
in. I was like, I typed in. I said, I don't think this is him.
Shout out to that dude, man. You got a few streams for me. I heard your stuff over there. But yeah, it's Mike Nash, Real I, the letter I, and
Your Instagram, Twitter, all that
and
stuff too.
everything. Yeah, it'll
Check
take
it
you
out,
right to
yeah.
it. And
It's awesome
just,
to have you here, man. We love it.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna have you back.
But-
Man. We want to hear the album.
Yes,
Obviously,
yes.
you said wintertime, around winter,
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
time.
Check it
roughly.
out, people.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cook up a promo for you guys. Hey, and for the listeners, man, sorry we didn't get too many sports and stuff, but I will be back.
Oh
We'll be
no,
talking
for
some
sure,
sports.
for sure.
Eventually we'll get there.
Yes,
'Cause I know
yes.
you're a big LeBron
wait
guy.
to see if you
Oh,
come
we'll
back.
get there.
Oh, yeah.
What's your football team? Just to make sure you come back.
I'm a Patriot fan, man.
He's coming
look at
back. He's coming back. Everybody.
Shout out to Matt Castle,
Yeah.
the whole team.
Yeah. So Mike Nash coming back next week, everybody.
Yo,
We'll talk
forget
more
Hopkins.
sports.
Forget Hopkins. We got Juju.
Mike Nash,
It's
Mike
okay.
Nash ain't coming back next
Yeah,
week.
bring him back. Bring him back next week. Mike Nash, real life coming back next week.
Hey, watch out for my boys, man.
Tell them sleep.
I'm not worried about Mac Jones.
The defense.
We could have started a whole other story.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold it. You're gonna come back before the season starts.
Oh no, yeah, I'll definitely be back, man.
Sure.
I'll definitely be back.
Sure.
He's my
now,
people's man.
Before we let you go, and I was going to ask you at the start of the show to throw you off, but I forgot because we was getting into convo. I didn't want to bring it up for you because we had an episode, one of our early episodes, episode 2. I want to say we talked about our top 5 ever for hip hop.
Yeah,
and that we got to have another one because that episode, which I love it,
we could have gone for a little while.
It was so distorted. It was so all over the place.
We were still trying to get the feel of the whole podcast.
Yeah, it was unorganized. So we got to do another one
over each other. So
that way we can tell you what's your top 5.
Shout out to Craig, man.
Shout out Craig. Craig, get your ass back here, bro. But give your top 5 and explain your top 5. We didn't do that. We just gave your top 5 and everybody was talking.
We didn't explain why that's our top 5, right?
So before you go, no bias, no mainstream answer, because I know the mainstream answer is like Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, Eminem. Yeah. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear your personal top 5.
Unless that's your top 5.
Unless that is your top 5 personal, which there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
I want to hear your personal top 5, who you listen to on a regular.
On the regular, I mean, so far as my era and stuff, I appreciate everything Jay-Z did. I'm going to put Jay-Z at number 1.
All right.
No wrong with that.
Number 1?
I'm going to put him at number 1. I'm going to put him at number 1. It's certain things that he did.
Yeah,
certain things. I mean, it is what it is.
No bias here.
2, I'm gonna go with Busta.
Yes.
He's
sleeper.
Yes. He's a sleeper that shouldn't even be slept on because if you know, you know. You know what I mean?
He goes hard.
Yeah, it's the most animated, controversial, visual. I mean, he gave you so much crazy visuals. You know what I mean? And he opened up the doors for that and stuff. And when he really showed you the lyrical Buster, I mean, he's not even matched even to this day. He's the feature killer. You know what I mean? He goes into features and he just kills stuff. 3, hate to be biased, but I'm gonna say Biggie. Wasn't out too long or whatever, but just the impact he had on those 2 albums for people to keep speaking values.
To this day, people still banging those albums.
It has to hold weight. It has to hold weight. So 3, I'm gonna go Biggie, just because of those 2 albums holding so much weight that people could still talk about it and stuff. So just imagine what would have been and stuff.
Wait, who's your 2?
So we got Jay, we got Busta, we got Biggie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not
4. We're going straight lyrics and stuff.
Jay, you want those?
I'm gonna go. Rakim.
Okay.
So like I said, follow the leader, know the ledge. Them joints, made me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just real smooth assassin, real lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Lyrics of Fury, one of his joints. And then I'm gonna go with Cannabis, man.
What?
I'm not gonna lie, I really out of him, he's the only other person I've ever heard that said listen to Cannabis.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's trash. I just haven't heard it.
It's because I know what he could have been. You know what I mean? That whole run-in with Wyclef, I think shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like, but he kind of like trying to commercialize them. He love that shit, though.
I love it.
It's your top 5 too. Don't play.
It is.
It's that first round knockout was ridiculous. I mean, second round knockout. I mean, that
I appreciate that, honestly.
That's one of the top battle songs, but besides No Vaseline and Hit 'Em Up and all that stuff. And I mean, people still mention that song. They mention that song. And then I heard the album, that Get Retarded. It's like, boom. It's like
it's a really slept on album. It could have been better, honestly.
No, yeah.
It's a slept on album.
Yeah. The Patriot, all those joints, man. Yeah. It was like it was ridiculous. He was put in the wrong place.
Put some of that blame on.
And then, yeah. And then Cannabis not being in his right mind at the time and stuff with the whole you know,
because he thought Eminem wrote for L right on the diss track.
Yeah.
It was a whole shit going on.
Yeah. And he kind of went out there a little bit, you know, with the whole Manchurian candidate thing and all that stuff. And
so there you go. You got Mike Nash's top five of all time. He said,
yeah.
We're going to go. He said,
and the thing is, tomorrow it might be another 5. It might be a different 5.
It ranges.
That's why
for the real hip hop listeners out there.
Yeah,
the top 5 ranges every day.
It does.
For me, personally, before I go to Jay's top 5, Nas, Candy Machine, XL, top 3 all the time.
Yeah,
that ranges no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 ranges between a whole bunch of artists every day. Depends on how I'm feeling. So I got Big Pun in there. I got Redman in there. I got Method Man in there.
That's what it is. I got like different categories of 5s.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, I got KRS in there, obviously.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. Busta's between 6 and 7. I got AZ up in there. Jadakiss is obviously, pushing top 5. There's so many artists out there. It's hard to put on your own top 5.
Fab,
it's so many. Fat Joe, I love.
Yes.
Fat Joe more than other people. I love the Beatnuts more than other people. They got good songs. They got a lot of tracks. Ice-T was on Drink Champs recently. He was like, the Beatnuts got one of the hardest tracks of all time.
Oh my God.
It's called Rain of the Tech. Listen to Rain of the Tech. It's one of the hardest songs of all time. One of the most gangster songs of all time. If you like that type of gangster music. They got one of the best ones of all time. I mean, I like Mos Def. I like Common a lot.
Yes.
So my top 5 always ranges.
It varies, man.
It varies every day how you feeling, but my top 3 will never change.
Yeah.
Nas, Chino XL, Cannabis, untouched. I would put them against anybody in the industry. Whoever you like out there, they could beat them. Just saying. I'm sorry. My 5th one is always interchanging. My 4th one is K Reno. K Reno is really slept on. He's from Houston.
Yeah.
Now, if you watch videos of Scarface, it's always giving him props. Lil Flip, giving him props.
Wow.
Chamillionaire, giving K Reno props. Like, this dude is a rapper. He's one of the best storytellers I've ever heard in my life. He has a whole saga of about a wizard versus a sorcerer. If you listen to the whole saga, it's about 8 or 9 songs.
Wow.
Spread out between albums. It's damn amazing, the storytelling that he has and the lyricism he has. It's amazing. Check him out.
Yeah.
Do anything after tonight. Check out K Reno,
I will.
Houston, Texas rapper. He's amazing. One of the best songs I've heard was called Bass Ackwards, and he says stuff that doesn't match but goes together so cleanly. So
It's kind of like Nas's Rewind.
no, this is different. It's totally different. Nas Rewind is a whole different.
That's-
Nas Rewind was like amazing.
Yeah.
But this is like totally different. So, I mean, a couple of bars is like, hey, I'm the only dude to let a parked car hit him. Like, how do you let a parked car hit you, Stuff like that.
That's back ass word.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he'll ring the bell once he's inside the house, or knock on the door once he's inside the house. It's so random, but it's so awesome,
That's crazy.
Check it out, K Reno. If you guys haven't heard, check him out. He's a dope artist. Again, my top 5 always ranges from anybody. Big J, how about you? Again, eventually we're going to do an episode where we break down our top 5 on why. Songs, lyrics, verses, whatever it is. We're going to talk about it one day.
Well, my top 3 will never change. There's always going to be M, LL, and DMX. So that'll never change. That'll always be the same.
That's the elite top 3.
And
That's elite.
4, I love Tupac. I like Tupac a lot.
Okay.
I like 50 a lot. So if I want to go not
50 deserves
I like 50, but I also like
top 12
50 will change interchangeable with number 5 with him and Lil Wayne for me. So
That's what's funny about that. You say that. I saw a post the other day. Who's better? 0350, 2003, or 2007 Lil Wayne?
07 was the Carter 3.
Who's better? This was me the other day, and I saw it. I was like, "Ooh, that's tough."
If you say 02, if you say 04, Lil Wayne, and 0350, it's definitely 04 Lil Wayne. That's when the Carter 2 came out.
What?
Yeah.
So
0350 was the Massacre, wasn't it?
No, the 0350 was "Give It to That Triumph" and the G Unit album,
Well,
and a whole slew of freestyles that he put on, Funk Flags, Clue, all the other DJs.
But Lil Wayne's album, The Carter 2, that year was They're just bananas.
Better than 50's run?
It's kind of hard.
That's so hard
even not even Lil Wayne would be able. Not even M at a certain point would top that run. 50 was just on a. He was on a high for like a year and a half.
Insane.
Like for a year and a half, he was on a high like that. It's kind of hard to top that. That run 50 was on that year. So.
All right. What do you think about that, Mike? So I saw a meme the other day. Big J gave his top 3.
Yes.
So it's M, LL, and DMX. And his honorable mentions for top 5 are Lil Wayne and 50. So
interesting.
When he said that, I thought of a meme I saw the other day on Facebook. Who was better, 0350 or 07 Lil Wayne?
Oh,
and it's so tough because 07 Wayne was everywhere, but so was 0350.
That's I can't feel my face, Wayne.
Exactly.
That's Joel Santana thing. That's what he was there like. He had the drought 3. He had the drought 1 and 2 was fired, but. Like I said, it's hard to pick. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard because 50 was on everything. Like you said, he dropped that G Unit album. He was on Games album. The documentary.
Hate It or Love It.
Yeah,
for
sure.
It's hard. The mixtape thing, it was like
it's hard to top 50.
Man, he was on everybody's mixtape too.
I don't think nobody that year or for whatever topped that. 50 was on there for like a year and a half. That high, like a year and a half. I don't think nobody topped that.
There's a video. You got to look it out on social media. Look it up on YouTube probably. It said, when was Jay-Z ever the best rapper?
Charting wise.
I
saw that.
And it breaks it down from 96 all the way to 2009.
He wasn't that one.
He was never number 1.
He was
or
never
number,
that one.
or number 2 at that.
Yeah. You talk about like.
So Lil Wayne had a bunch of those years. 50 had a bunch of those years.
Oh yeah. DMX
had a lot of those years. The first 3, I want to say.
From 98 all the way to like 2000.
2001 probably.
Yeah. He was on the Rough Riders album.
Jay-Z was Jay-Z doing his thing, but he was never charting that number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't realize that. Like when you reflect back and you start looking at it.
You start thinking about it. You start seeing the facts. It's like, hold on.
At that time, he wasn't number 1. He was one of the hot ones, but he wasn't that number 1 at that time. You know what I mean?
And I think he knew that at the time. That's why he went at Nas.
Yeah.
He had to know that at that time because Nas wasn't even out at that time.
Well, even Jay-Z even said it on a radio thing. He was telling Damon, yo, we gotta hurry up because this dude 50, man, he's gonna.
Yeah, I saw that. That's an amazing video.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen that, check that out.
Yeah, a lot of people never saw that.
This dude 50 is coming.
50 is coming.
He's like 50 is coming. Like,
yeah,
we gotta hurry up and do our thing because
you gotta step your shit up. Yeah, exactly.
And then sure enough, he got on and boom, he locked the damn shit up, man.
He really locked it down.
He locked it up, man. And,
that single In the Club with Bananas when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Forget it.
I honestly like Wanksta better than In the Club.
Yeah.
It's a little harder.
See, those were the clubbing days. Those were my
clubbing days. Yeah.
Going out to the city and wilding out. My goodness. That's
I could imagine. I'm a little too young for that.
Yeah.
05, I was, a senior in high school. I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now
we can get into this topic. We'll talk about it for hours and hours.
Definitely.
But once again, people who just tuning in now, hope you didn't just tune in now. We're here with Mike Nash, the real I. He's coming back for more
local
because
artist, CT artist, big up.
He's a Pats fan, so we got to bring him back. So.
Oh yes.
No. You play fantasy football?
Nah, I don't.
Our last episode was talking about fantasy football, so I gotta ask everybody that comes on.
I'm trying to dabble into it or whatever, but I haven't.
It's a lot of different avenues for fantasy right now because they got the betting.
Yeah.
So you got
that's a big
DraftKings and you got FanDuel. They're all doing some good bets on there. I haven't won yet.
What do you think your boy Love gonna do?
Who? Jordan Love? I don't know.
We should hold that thought. We'll hold that thought.
That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other episode alone by itself.
These are all the things we'll
but you know what?
We'll
have Mike Nash back along with some other football heads. We'll have a big thing. We'll talk about it before the beginning of the season because this season's gonna be. It's gonna be
not weird season. It's gonna be different season.
It's gonna be honestly an AFC more dominant league now than NFC.
True.
So
the NFC is wide open.
Like I said,
the only team in the NFC that's good is the Eagles. And I hate to say it, but the Eagles are the only good team in the NFC.
You go to Cowboys, you go to Rams.
They're always up there.
Cowboys, no, I don't see it. The Rams, a little too old.
You see them questioning Dak.
Man, I never liked Dak. Dak's okay. I never personally liked him. We'll see where that goes.
Like I said, we can Forget it.
That's a whole other topic for a whole other show. We're gonna get into that.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
worry.
We got more than NFL.
And no one still picked up Ezekiel. Oh.
Yeah, Zeke is still free, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
We worked out Leonard Fournette yesterday.
I saw the pass.
I don't mind Fournette behind Ramondre, man.
Yeah.
Ramondre's a beast, man. I'll take that all day.
I like Ramondre. He gave me some good fantasy points. You know,
believe it or not, we'll talk about it again because we can keep going with this.
Yes, sir.
But like I said,
for the hip hop heads, man, I appreciate your ears, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
check
for
it
having
out.
me, guys.
Mike Nash, Spotify, Apple,
YouTube,
iHeartRadio, YouTube, whatever you are. Check out Mike Nash, Real Life. Music is fire, and I don't say that lightly. I'm very picky. People who know me, I'm very picky about my hip hop.
No, I know this too, though.
People,
I know this.
I'm very picky about hip hop, and even local artists. Mm-hmm. The only other local artists that I actually love are the Autobots out in Britain.
Oh,
that's
shit.
it.
Okay.
Because I used to have a radio show back in Hartford.
Yep,
893 Trinity College. Mm-hmm. That's old. I used to hate the way I used to talk on Facebook about that, but that's another story. I used to write in all caps. Man, I hate
It made
that
you
shit.
who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So, those are the only local artists I would freaking back 100%. You and them. That's it. You know, I like Chris Webby. I like Apathy because they do good music. Mm-hmm. But the way that I like the Autobots music, the way that I like your music, is on a different level.
Right.
Because I know you guys are just top tier.
Yes.
And that is no, to keep it rated R, that is no bullshit.
That means a lot, brother.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this won't be the last time you hear Mike Nash. He's going to be back soon.
Oh, yeah,
for
no,
sure.
So,
For
these
sure.
are my peoples, man. I'm
Keep
definitely
him
going to come back.
We still talk about his album coming out in the wintertime. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
on that note, check out the other E&J podcast shows. We got a bunch. We got an NBA draft special from a couple months ago. Talking about the draft. We got a couple episodes right here. It's popping up on YouTube.
We got a couple about the fantasy football. We got the fantasy football.
Yeah.
We got a couple how we first started getting into the whole podcast and talking about sports, talking about this, talking about that.
Check it out. Apple Podcasts.
Honestly, the only thing we don't touch, we touch on everything. The only thing we don't touch on is politics because who the hell cares?
Everybody has
right?
different opinions on that.
So
we don't want to get to that field yet.
But eventually, yes. But thanks for tuning in.
Maybe we'll get there. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Check us out. Instagram, E&J Podcast. Twitter, eNice860. Mike Nash, give out your handles, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
What are you on Instagram? Mike Nash Real Live?
Mike Nash Real Live. Just on Facebook, on Instagram. I just started a Threads.
Same thing. Threads, E960.
Testing it out or whatever. Yeah. I never was a Twitter guy, so I'm kind of dabbling with that.
I'm thinking about posting TikToks. I don't know. I'm not big on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm Hefty Baller on TikTok.
Well, I just found out my music is streaming on TikTok, so I'm gonna start a TikTok.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I've been working on trying to get my stuff monetized.
That's a whole other avenue of getting your music played because. For about almost a year, the Beatnuts had one of their songs, Se Acabó, on there. Mm-hmm. People were doing that as a trend, and they were trending for about almost a year.
Wow.
And when you trend for almost a year, you're getting money out of it.
Oh, no, definitely. They hit you up.
So shout out to Beatnuts, Juju, Psycho Les. Love those guys. One of my favorite groups of all time.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Groups of favorite hip-hop groups of all time.
Wow, that's a whole other thing. Yeah,
that's a whole other topic. We good out there.
For the peoples out there on TikTok and stuff or whatever, type in Mike Nash Real Life. All my songs pop up. If you post something with my music or whatever, I'll definitely hit you up. Some prizes or something. I'll definitely will hit you off with something.
All right.
Let us know. We got an intro in the works with Mike Nash. We don't know yet, but
it's in the works.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah.
If you guys listening out there, to go back on what I said last week, if you're listening right now, at this point of the show, if you want to join our fantasy league, the keyword is Hefty Baller. You get $50 off.
Nice.
So whoever wants to join fantasy, you serious about fantasy? We're doing a ring this year. So whoever wants, if you want a championship ring, whatever, Hefty Baller is the code word. Message me. I got you. You get entrance to our league for $100. Our league is $150. Mm-hmm. That's that's weird for a lot of people because a lot of people are like $25, $50 for a fantasy league. Right. We do $150. It's official. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't heard it yet, listen to our last episode. That'll be fire. Keyword Hefty Baller. Nice. $50 off. So Mike Nash, if you want to join, you can't use that password. Sorry.
No, but I'm gonna definitely look into it though.
Man, fantasy football is awesome. We talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you see football in a different aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
But on that note, Patriots suck. Packers are gonna be top in the division. Let's go. That's how we end it. Till next week, people.
Peace.
Peace.
#Pats, baby.
Let's go.